Why are you trolling? All right, should we? Let's see. Let's just kind of maybe do like a recap, possibly. Things are starting to fill out. S tier is finally getting some more people, or some more figures. We got a lot in the D and E tier, and I believe we're gonna add an E tier eventually. Or, I mean, an F tier. I'm sorry, but we'll have to wait for right now. Where's Rotom? We haven't even got Rotom yet. All right, guys, let's just get into it right now. Let's get right into it. We'll start off with the Mega Altair. Mega Altair has the Miraculous Cry. This Pokemon can MP move over other Pokemon on the field. If this Pokemon is knocked out, all your Pokemon that have been excluded from the duel and all your Pokemon in Ultra Space move to your bench, your Dragon-type Pokemon and Fairy-type, plus 10, so plus 20. But everybody knows what this was used for. If you had anything, I mean, Vixen, we have Vixen in the chat. So Vixen, once we get those Mega Guards, once we use the blue hole, once they're gone, we make Altaria here, and we try to get surrounded. We try to get KO'd just to bring everything back. It does have the final song, which attaches the final marker to Pokemon within 2 steps, 2 steps away, and they're knocked off after 5 turns, which is pretty nice. So, like, if you did land the final, the final song, you could take out a few Pokemon within 5 turns. So, I mean, it was very interesting. Hyper Beam is Hyper Beam. We know what Hyper Beam is. Zero Miss at level 5 was quite annoying, but it did have dodges as well. So when you had Mega Ray, Mega Ray was actually had fun with this thing. So let's see. Hyphenated says A+, for reasons I gave above. What was the reasons above? I was not even paying attention. If exclusions were much more of the metagame, then sure, but it was always a tiny player. Ooh, okay, I get what you're saying. Exclusion, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it was meta, but it was definitely, what's this? Okay. It was definitely a deck to consider. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily meta, but Vixen, you can go to Discord. It's open if you wanted to talk. The difference between this and Mega Guard is you can use Mega Guard as a standalone figure. The base figure is good. Yeah, I could see that. Mega Guard, or not Mega Guard, but Mega Altaria not necessarily is like a standalone figure. It has a specific reason of what you use it for. So I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying. Dragon Ball Z moved to Suicide. What are you talking about? I can agree with that. Yeah, because S tier is meta defining, right? And this wasn't it. This wasn't it. So I agree with the A there. Devani says S though. Vixen, what do you think this is?
Hello.
Hello.
I rate Mega Altaria S tier.
Because?
Because she was basically the only figure that could bring any excluded figure, even for ultra space, exclusion, anything. So that's my opinion.
Okay. I can see that, but we stated that the S tier is meta defining, meaning like not everybody had Mega Altaria, but everybody was running either Lunala or Dawn Wings. That's the difference.
Yeah. True. But you could use Final Song to kill Lunala.
You can.
Hi.
Hello.
Get out of here. Okay, so I mean, we have, so you and Devani say S tier. I agree with Hyphenated and saying A tier. So right now we're kind of in the middle. So what we're gonna do, I'll give you guys the benefit of the doubt. We'll put them in S tier for now, even though I think it's A tier. No, actually, we're going A tier. It's not meta defining. Mega Altaria. But Vixen, how are you doing? How you been?
I'm doing okay.
What's
What
life like?
about you?
I'm doing well. Is life crazy over there right now?
Yeah, we have here like around 15K cases.
In like your specific area or the country as a whole?
In my specific area, let me see. I saw on TV that we had more cases. So around my where I live, we have around 300 cases.
Damn. Do you guys have a lot of deaths there too?
Yeah, we have. I think it's around 400 deaths, and the recovery around 100.
Mm. Well, I hope you're staying safe. All right, let's move on to the
Yeah,
next
I'm
one.
trying to.
Nihilego. So remember Nihilego? When Nihilego came out, it was the only Ultra Beast. And with its ability, hold on, let's read it. The white noise. When this Pokemon moves from to the field, the effects of energy plates are lost, and they count as having been used. In the first battle after moving to the field, all this Pokemon's white attacks become gold attacks. If this Pokemon is knocked out, it moves to the Ultra Space outside the field. So that was like the biggest thing. Like it moved to the Ultra Space, and we were like, what does that do? What's the point? Like if it gets KO'd, it's gone. It's gone for good. Like we thought the Ultra Beast was kind of dumb. So I think the way they released it was kind of weird because there was no way to bring it back. But then once they released more Ultra Beasts, it's like, oh, wow, these are actually really, really, really good figures. So Nihilego, let's just talk about how Nihilego was used. Nihilego was used primarily in the when we got Celestelia. We had the Celestelia, the Pheromosa, and the Nihilego mostly because the Nihilego does have one of the biggest call signals next to Pheromosa. Even though Nihilego did not get like the plus MP like Pheromosa did, but Nihilego, the call signal was really great. The white tentacles was really great because it attaches a symbiont marker to the battle opponent. All Pokemon with its marker attached to this can only be used by its opposing player MP only. The marker can be removed by tagging. And then Stun Poison. It gave weight 7 turns. Like this actually was a really, really good figure, but when it first came out, it was a little confusing. So UX, 2MP, call signal to bring back figures from the Ultra Space. Paired it with our Celestelia. I guess the question is, how good is this figure on its own? Because you need this in the Ultra Beast deck. But even on its own, it's not bad. The white's gold on the first attack. It has good survivability. I'm between B and A. That's where I'm at with this figure. What do you think?
The weight is good, 7 of weight, but still. The main purpose of this figure was basically call signal.
Right.
Okay, white tentacles was good because of its marker, but yeah, I would prefer playing with other Ultra Beasts instead of Nihilego. I would probably rate this a B tier.
B tier? Yeah. No, you're right. Like when it came to Ultra Beast decks, like this kind of got left behind. Like when Celestelia first came out, this was definitely in there. But then as people progressed, it was like double Pheromosa, Selly, Ampharos, and the like or Cycles. Who was the other one? Was it? I mean, Lucario fit in there. It was some sort of. Was there another fighting? Was it like Marshadow because of the
Yeah, Marshadow.
Yeah. I don't know, Luigi. I don't know. I'm kind of like bored of Sword and Shield right now. Maybe once June comes and we get the what is it called? The whatever is coming, maybe I'll get back into it, but I don't know. All right, so you said B tier. Devani says A tier. What's up, Bill? Luigi, what tier you rate Nihilego? Hyphenated. You didn't give me. Oh, solid B plus. Okay. So yeah, I was between B and A. Vixen says B. Devani says A. A tier says Luigi. Huh. Okay, let me look at what I have in A. Like, would I run this with? I mean, it is. It's really good on its own because survivability. It can control you if you get KO'd. The call signal, we know. Yeah.
You
B.
needed to use with other Ultra Beasts or Mega Altaria or something to bring it back if it died.
Yeah. Hold up.
I would put it in the C category.
What did you say? You don't even know tiers. All right. With that said, I am gonna stick this. Let's see. Let's see. What do I have in B? What do I have in A? I think it fits more with B than it does A. Well, yeah. Okay. We'll go B tier for right now. Nihiligo, B tier.
I hate you guys.
What?
It's not for you, Rico. It's for Devani, Luigi, and other guys saying that they love my accent.
Yeah. It's very soothing. All right. Next one. Mega Mewtwo Y. Okay, let's talk about Mega Mewtwo Y. When Mega Mewtwo Y came on the scene, it had this great ability, the Transcendent Helix. This Pokemon cannot be moved by the attacks of other Pokemon. When this Pokemon battles, this Pokemon's number of Mega Evolution turns increases by 2. Your Psychic type Pokemon deal plus 20 damage. So it was nice because the Mega never decreased if you kept attacking. Like, this Mega can go on forever. The downfall as we progressed in the game was just that the Psy Strike did not do that much damage. It did, what, 160 max? Was it? 160 max? Well, 170 if you chained it, but the Hypersonic is nice. You know what Hypersonic can do. If it's 100 or more, it doesn't get knocked out. But it does have a miss. And there are often times when the Hypersonic, when people did hit, well, actually, what did Hypersonic hit for? Did it hit for 90? Evolves 60.
Yeah, around 90.
Plus 20. Yeah, 90. So, I mean, yeah, it wasn't bad. And Annihilate does give it some sort of mobility. It was 3 MP. It does have the Psychic Z move. We forgot to add or factor in the Z moves on the last 2 Pokemon. But, yeah, Hypenade's right. Yeah, it wasn't in the meta, so it's definitely not an S tier. A tier says Luigi. Devani says B tier. Hypenade says A tier.
I'll go with B tier.
B tier. Okay. So we have 2 for B, 2 for A. I guess I kind of fit. I got to decide where it goes. Because of mobility, you could run X speed with this, so it's like a pure gold. Annihilate for the mobility. The Psychic Z move. The ability to last forever, just to continuously attacking. I can't remember when this thing came out. What was in the meta when this thing came out? Were we past the Dragon meta? Were we in Ultra Beasts? I don't remember where we were at.
No, the Ultra Beasts were released along with Mega Mewtwo on January 2000 January 2018.
Okay.
With the same banner.
I'm just gonna go with mobility, being a 3MP, having the Psychic Z move. We didn't have Z moves at the time though, did we?
No.
Okay.
The Z moves only came the next year. So yeah.
I'm gonna be a little biased here, just because I love the Mewtwo Y design. I think it's super cool. I like that it's 3MP.
Yeah.
And I like that it can continuously increase the turns of evolutions each time you attack. I'm going to go A tier with this one. So we'll stick in A for now.
Okay.
Mega Mewtwo Y. Okay, sorry. All right, next, let's move on. We have Buzzwole. Okay, now Buzzwole did not really get to see the light of day. I don't think I ever ran Buzzwole, but all right, let's look at Buzzwole. Ultra Pump Up. Until it engages in its first battle after moving to the field. At the start of your turn, this Pokemon may move to a point by moving over an adjacent Pokemon instead of using an MP move. Your turn ends. This Pokemon deals plus 29 attack damage for each Pokemon in the Ultra space. Ice Punch, we know what Ice Punch does. It causes Frozen if it gets knocked out. Superpower does 163. And the Chest Repulse. Attach a cracked marker to the battle opponent if the battle opponent spins a 130 or more. Could be used in a cracked deck, but it wasn't. It can move through figures. It's bug fighting. This thing doesn't. I don't think it has that thing like that much going for it. It's definitely not a A. I don't even think it's a B. Because of its usability or lack of, I guess you could say. I don't really care for the typing. The Chest Repulse didn't really do much besides add a correct. Yeah, not many people use it. So, what's up, Tarvold? I would say, yeah, C. It looks like everybody's like saying C. I'd probably go with C with this as well. What did Tarvold say? C. Okay, C minus. All right, I guess that's just unanimous. We don't even have to talk about it anymore, right? Buzzwole goes to C. Buzzwole. C tier. Drop this for me, please. All right, next one. Mega Gallade. Okay, Mega Gallade was interesting because this one also had range, didn't it? The two-sword strike. This Pokemon can attack Pokemon that are 2 steps away. While it does, this Pokemon's attacks have range too. Your Psychic and Fighting deal plus 20 damage. It does have Teleport, 0 miss at level 5. It does have the Psychic Blade, double the damage if they are a fighting type, and Night/140 if this Pokemon is on the field. It may switch with a Pokemon on your bench or in your PC. So Psychic typing is the only thing that's decent about this. Well, Psychic typing can range 2, does have Teleport, which is actually kind of nice. You can attack from range 2 and not get KO'd if you lose the roll, so it's definitely yeah, I guess because of range and because of the typing. I mean, I would say mid B, like a mid B, close to an A, or not close to an A, but mid B. Yeah, I would say mid B. What do you think? Ooh, Luigi and Devani say A, B, and B from Hyphenated Tarvold. Yeah, Psychic Z move with range. You're right. But Tarvold does have a good point there. Ooh, fair, Hyphenated. Fair. It's a good point. It's a good point. I'm good with I think I'll go with B tier on this one as well. I think I agree with Tarvold and Hyphenated. Like, there's not much that I guess the only argument here to bring it from a B to an A is what Devani was saying was range Z move. But as Tarvold said, it's limited turns. So I'm going to go with B on this one as well. Next. Mewtwo X. I did not care for Mewtwo X whatsoever. The Runeus Helix. This Pokemon is not knocked out in battle. If it would be, it moves to the bench instead. When this Pokemon battles, this Pokemon's number of Mega Evolution turns increases by 2, and then your Psychic and Fighting deal plus 20 or plus 10 each, and then plus 20. So, it does have the Psycho Shove. We know what the Psychic Shove does. Regular Mewtwo has it. Psy Strike does 150. I like how it has a base of 150. That was nice. And then the Laser Focus. On the next turn, all the purple attacks of the battle opponent of this Pokemon becomes miss. Now, it's kind of interesting because we were in a purple meta. So, like, imagine having a Mewtwo X, level 10, everything into the Laser Focus. Dude, imagine attacking Dawnwings right after and how big that miss is. But the problem is Popplio does it better. Popplio does it better and has better mobility. So, damn, I don't even... Well, like, what does this thing have going for it other than the typing? the Psychic typing Z move, and the ability to continuously be in Mega form. I mean, not that. I mean, imagine Poplio going against this thing as a large miss, and then I don't know. Like, part of me wants to put this like in like a B minus, but I'm okay with the B. Looks like everybody says B. That's how it always was, Luigi. That was inevitably how the death of Pokemon Duel came. That's fair, Hyphenated. Yeah, you're right. Psychic Shove should not be underestimated. It's a 3-star purple upon Mega Evolution, right? And if you had Tapu Lele, who I still believe is like an A tier. Yeah. You're right. Psycho Shove is definitely not something to underestimate. Wait a minute, what? Using land with Steelix is frustrating because you captured. Wait, what are you talking about? All right. I'm fine with B tier there, I guess. I mean, I think it's a low B, but... Next. Pheromosa. Okay, Pheromosa. So wherever we stick Nihilego, where do we stick Nihilego? I think we stuck Nihilego. We stuck Nihilego in B tiers. So now the question is, what does Pheromosa have to bring it from a B tier to an A tier if it does have it at all? So it does have the Ultra Spin in this Pokemon's first battle after moving to the field. Any effects of the battle opponent's ability that increase or decrease damage are nullified, which I always forgot about when I played Pheromosa. This Pokemon gets +1 MP for each Pokemon in the Ultra Space, which is basically what it was utilized for. Celestelia, you just basically, like 3-turn game over. You just rush. What was it? Rocket Ride the Pheromosa, and then you DC Call Signal on the goal. GG boys. Ice Beam was pretty nice because you could be frozen, or the Low Sweep was also nice because of -1 MP marker. So, a mobility, fighting typing. You have to consider the fighting typing when you ran this with the Mighty Sphere. The fact that you cannot increase like the moving to the field. Like, it doesn't, the increase is negated. I kind of want to go A with this. I think A is fair for this. What are you guys' thoughts? Counters Lunala, yep. Totally, yeah, exactly. Like I said, and I always forgot about that. Like, I would just attack with Lunala, like, oh, there's no problem. And then I'm like, oh, wait, I forgot. Yeah, I get out damaged here. As it stands, B+. If it had an inbuilt Mighty Sphere, ooh, yeah. A from Hyphenated. Oh, B+, Blacephalon. Okay. Oh, I forgot Blacephalon got Call Signal. Totally forgot that. You're right. All right. Okay, that's fair. You guys changed my mind. Everybody says B. It is Zmufada. You're 100% correct. But then again, I mean, if it doesn't land mist, you're either frozen after you attack it or you're -1 MP. So, all right, we'll go B with this as well. I remember towards the end of Pokemon Duel, I finally got my second Pheromosa, and it was nice. And I ran it like twice. All right, next. Mega Absol. Tarvold, tell me about it. Tell me about it. I know how you like I know how you like the Mega Absol. Remember you just rushed with it, right? You did the Wash Rotom and just rushed with it right away. And then you also did, what did we do towards the end? The what plate was it? The Force Remove? Remember we ran Force Remove a little bit with it, huh? So Mega Absol, dude, I still have nightmares with this Mega Absol losing to that Lucario when I could have first got into 4K. And I thought it was such a bad play that my opponent Mega Lucario didn't attack me, but I totally forgot that even if I did land the Swords Dance into the Sucker Punch, that it wouldn't have KO'd him because of his ability. But if I hit Swords Dance into Ice Beam, I would have KO. I would have won. I would have got into 4K right there. But instead, I hit Swords Dance into a miss. Super salty. Anyway, Intimidating Aura. If this Pokemon is on the field and is not affected by a special condition, the opposing Pokemon cannot use Plates, Dark type, deal plus 20 damage. Super nice. I remember when Absol actually first came out, people ran like a dark deck with Evalta because a lot of people were running Ghost at the time. So with the Evalta and dark typing and Sableye and stuff, people couldn't capture the entry points, and then they would just rush with the Absol, and then they couldn't use Plates, and it was quite nice. Ice Beam, Swords Dance. Yeah, it's definitely not an S tier. It wasn't meta defining. But it was a lot better than B. So I'm confident A tier with this. Dark type was pretty nice with Z moves because it halved your Z gauge. So I'm good with A. A from Hyphenated. It's a good question, Luigi. It's a good question. A, not using Plates as a game changer. I would checkmate. So I know, Tarvel. I've seen many of your games, dude. It was funny. But I don't know, dude. I wouldn't put it in S. There's no way. It wasn't meta defining. But then, okay. That's okay. We have to think about this because just because it wasn't meta defining doesn't mean it does not belong in S tier, because meta defining means like everybody use it, right? But there are some figures that not everybody used that were pretty clearly underrated that I believe deserve an S tier, like Tapu Lele. So Tarvold, give me your argument of why it's an S tier. Not using game planes is a game changer. You're right, it is. Is that your main argument right there because of the like not being able to use Plates? Because, I mean, you have to factor in if it does not land Swords Dance. If it does not land Swords Dance, the damage output is just not that great. I mean, then again, you can freeze the opponent. You can X speed and it becomes like a pure gold. I mean, unless it rolls dodge. But so checkmate and get no Plates. And then Hyphenated's argument is basically, but not quite powerful enough to be used in every dark. Or, what do you say? Or define a meta. You know, I'm with Hyphenated on this one. Like, I like Absol. I like Mega Absol, but I felt like he got, like, outclassed as the game progressed. Yeah, that's exactly. Like, it's a super hyper offensive. So, like, it caught people off guard, like, right away. But if you had people who knew how to play with against it, like good players, they would be able to stop it. I mean, yeah, like I said, Tarvel, what you did was just like, whoa. But like what I honestly believe, let's look at it like Pokemon Sword and Shield, right? Let's look at it like doubles, okay? VGC. If you're playing a best of 3, if Tarvold went up against somebody and did that game 1, he would win. 9 times out of 10, he would win. But games 2 and 3, the people would adapt. They would know what to do. So, and because of that, I don't think it belongs in the S tier. So I'm gonna go with the A tier. Who else? Can I get your guys' final rating one more time, so we can go off of the majority? It looks like Hypene says A, Luigi says A, Devani says B plus. Wow, Devani giving this thing a B? No way, dude. He says B plus or A. So A for Devani. Okay, A. Okay, looks like we'll go A here. Tarvel, don't leave. All right. No. All right. Mega Sableye. This one's going to be interesting. The Darkness Crystal. This Pokemon can MP move through other Pokemon on the field. This Pokemon is not knocked out by battle damage. This Pokemon is unaffected by effects of the battle opponent that would apply any markers to this Pokemon or that would inflict any special conditions to this Pokemon, on this Pokemon, and any such effects are applied to the battle opponent instead. Your start and goes do +10. Now this thing did get buffed, right? Because at first it wasn't able to move through figures, and that was like that's what hindered it. I believed it was like one of the first ghosts that like couldn't move through figures, and it was a Mega. What people use this for, well, I guess what I primarily used it for was the plate gnawing. Like when people would use the Mega Rayquaza, I would I almost said Dynamax. I would Mega Evolve this thing and try to get rid of the Mega Ray. So I guess what we have to factor in here, I guess what we're rating is based on the fact that it can't get KO'd by attack damage. So you basically just had to endure the Mega Sableye for 7 turns. The plate gnawing was quite nice to remove a plate, so it nullifies the effects of one of the opponent's in-use plates, and that plate counts as having been used. It does have Shadow Sneak and Shadow Beam in the battle opponent's next battle. That Pokemon's purple attacks become missed. Dark Ghost. I think. Is it enough to beat A tier? Like, yeah, it's definitely lower than B, but I think having the ability to remove an in-use plate, like, I mean, you kind of had to be like, if it wasn't for Mega Ray, you had to be consciously aware of like what plates were in use. But the fact that you could just attack, not get KO'd by damage, can reflect markers and status, is that enough to move to an A tier? Not sure. I need your guys' help here. Devani says B. Whoa. Darvel says C. Okay. No lower than B. Mega Sableye has decent. Oh, the mobility is good because it can move through. Yes, inconsistent. You're right. A minus, B plus. No guard. Mega Absol was devastating. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Stop, Luigi. I think I'm gonna go B with this. I know. That's what Tarvold likes to continue to rant when we don't agree with him. Tarvold. We just go with the majority, buddy. That's what I'm doing. Mega Absol, Mega Sableye. What do I have in A tier? Let me see. It's okay, so if we have Mega Absol in A tier, do I want to put Mega Sableye with the A tier? I don't think so. I'm confident having Mega Sableye in the B tier. So I'm gonna go B tier with it. Next. Mega Bayonet. Oh no. You do.
My seeds just fell everywhere.
Right after she swept. Okay, Mega Bayonet, Mega Bayonet. Man, remember when Mega Bayonet came on the scene and Ghost Decks were everywhere. Spiteful Maze. This Pokemon can MP move through other Pokemon on the field. The gold attacks of this Pokemon's battle opponents become white attacks. Forgot about that. This Pokemon deals plus damage for each of your Bayonet and Shuppet that have been knocked out during the duel. Your Ghost type Pokemon deal plus 20 damage. I think G used this a lot. The Bayonets. X speed with this thing could be nice. 0 miss level 5. 2-star curse. This thing was scary. The damage output kept increasing. Cursing was definitely a thing, so you would have exclusions. It's a runner that can move. It's really good. I think this is a solid A tier. Solid A tier. I don't know enough to go S tier. Because at the end of Pokemon Duel, the damage output wasn't that much of a thing anymore. You could hit for 300 damage. It didn't really matter because we had Zoro, we had Moongeist Beam, we had the purple Z move. You know what I mean? And we had purple Z moves, the Tectonic Rage, the ground Z moves. So like the damage value kind of didn't really matter that much towards the end, like it did at the beginning when like 140 was like the standard. Yeah, honestly, I think it's a solid A tier. I don't think it belongs in S tier. So I mean, unless you guys think it's S tier or maybe you think it's B tier, let me know. But as of right now, I'm gonna go A tier for this. Tarble says A. It did, Luigi. Here's my question, Tarvold. You clearly dwarfs this? I don't know about clearly. So let's look at the figures at face value. No plates. No plates. All right. I think I would rather have Mega Bayonet. I think I would rather have Mega Bayonet over Mega Absol. Mega Bayonet has the ability to curse it and just completely eliminate it from the field. It's most likely going to outdamage it. It does also have knockoff, which knockoff does nullifies the effects of one of the Pokemon's battle opponents in use plates, and that plate counts as having been used. So even if even if it gets outdamaged, Mega Absol's still gone. I don't clearly dwarfs it. I don't think so. I don't think so. I didn't play too much in the last 2 months or so, but when I did, it was an S minus for you. Oh, dude, it was like, it's a good point. It clearly was in the meta. It really was for a little bit. Tarvold, I said no plates. At face value of these figures with no plates. No plates. How can they do on their own with no plates just by themselves? I would go Bayonet because Bayonet can move through the figures. He can knock off the figures. He can curse and eliminate the figures. What can Absol do? Absol can cause you to not use plates. Absol can freeze you. And Absol can do... I mean, does have... was it Sucker Punch? The gold? I think these two figures head-to-head would be pretty good. But without plates, I think I would still go Bayonet all day. But yeah, you're right. It does have a bigger gold. Definitely bigger gold. But still, it also has a big white and a big pure gold. Like the curse was kind of as big as the maybe. Well, the Sword Dance was a little bigger than the curse, but I don't know. I still like Bayonet better. So all right, we're gonna put Mega Bayonet in the A tier. Next up, Mega Gyarados. Mega Gyarados. Zero Miss level 5. Mega Gyarados. Billows of the Fell Dragon. When this Pokemon moves from the bench to the field or appears as an evolution, it removes the burned condition from your Pokemon. While this Pokemon is on the field, your Pokemon cannot be burned. I didn't know that. Did I know that? I don't think I knew that. Pokemon cannot be burned. Your water and dark type get plus 20 damage. Storm, we know what Storm does. Benches the battle opponent and they have weight. Hyper Beam just wasn't that good. Zero Miss level 5. Could have X speed. Best case scenario. Wash Rotom can move through figures. Other than that, like, I don't know. I didn't really feel threatened by Mega Gyarados. Where are we putting this? B or C? Like, yeah, it's definitely not C. It's probably just an easy B tier then. All right, hyphenated. Tarvel just won't let it go. C plus. Oh yeah, you're right. EX Gyarados was better. Yeah, I was actually thinking E, but like I'm just like, really gonna stick Mega Gyarados in C? But then again, I guess we have Palkia in them there.
Are you keeping this?
No. I wanted to return it, but I don't think I can now.
So are you gonna keep it?
No.
You gonna sell it?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of with Luigi in the B tier. Tarvel says C. Hyper Beam is lame. True. Ooh, Tarvel does make a compelling argument. So let me look at what we have in C tier. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Yeah, we have Hariyama, who I think I would rather run Hariyama and Makuhita in C tier. Then I would rather have that than make a Gyarados. So you know what? I'm actually okay with that. I'll put him in here with it. I'm okay with that. All right, next up. Xurkitree. Xurkitree was pretty interesting when it first came on the scene. So Xurkitree, the Blackout ability. When this Pokemon moves to the field, the effects of energy plates are lost, and they count as having been used while this Pokemon is on the field. Pokemon that have become paralyzed gain weight 3. That was such a big thing. In this Pokemon's first battle after moving to the field, Pokemon that battle it will become paralyzed. That was also a big thing. Zap Cannon, the battle opponent, and the Pokemon in a straight line become paralyzed. Cable Leash doubles the damage, and Ultra Lightning. If there are any Pokemon in the Ultra Space, an opposing Pokemon on the field spins. If it spins a wide attack, it becomes paralyzed. Repeat for each Pokemon in the Ultra Space. It wasn't really used that much, the Ultra Lightning. It was mostly used just to survive. But the good thing here was just when it came on the field, the first battle, you're paralyzed, gain weight 3. It is Z-move fodder. I don't care for the typing. True, Tarvald. I think I want to stick this in like B tier. It could help you save games too. Tarvel says A tier. Luigi says A tier. What was the counter to Deoxys deck? Dude, Deoxys deck, I don't even think it was a thing anymore when this thing came out. What do I have in A tier that I would... I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, it was a troll. You're right. It was a troll. And that... So I guess that's what that's the question is like, was the troll enough to move from a B to an A? It did have great synergy with electric decks. You're right. Really great synergy with electric decks. And when Mega Manectric came out, like this was pretty... All right. If you guys say A, we'll go with the majority. We'll go A. Xurkitree. Next up, Celesteela. Oh boy, let's talk about Celesteela. Rocket Ride. In its first battle after moving to the field, this Pokemon's Flame Thrower becomes Flame Gun. The battle opponent and a Pokemon directly behind it are knocked out. At the start of your turn, instead of an MP move, you may move an adjacent Pokemon 2.3 steps away from this Pokemon. If you do, this Pokemon moves to the Ultra Space, your turn ends. It did have the Fly Flamethrower, which we just talked about. It turns into Flame Gun upon the first battle. Pair this thing with Poipole. Devastating. Flamethrower also burns the opponent. Gyro Ball does plus 30 damage if the MP is higher, which is good because this is a 1 MP Pokemon. Probably the best 1 MP Pokemon in the game. And then Rendezvous, this Pokemon and its battle opponent move to the Ultra Space outside of the field. So right off the bat, you hit Rendezvous. Pheromosa was a 4 MP. This thing was a beast. It might be S tier. It might be S tier. Still, Z move is pretty good, even though you didn't really use this thing for Z moves. Just what it did. Removed you and itself. The Flame Gun was devastating too. Flame Gun was really devastating. Air Balloon with this thing. This thing was really good. Selly is iffy. 1 MP can never be S unless ability is like right here. Okay. S minus tier. It's A minus or B plus. It really isn't counter tier. It was S when it came out, but much better options came out. That's okay. That's fair. You're right. You're definitely right. But we also, we have to think like Ultra Beast decks were meta. Was Sella Stylia meta defining. Yes, it was. It definitely was in the Ultra Beast decks. Even against Dragon decks. Like this thing, good players found a way. Not by the end, dude, still, like Ultra Beast decks still, because everything was so purple heavy. I don't know. I guess, yeah, when Z moves came out, it kind of became, yeah. This one's actually tough for me. Larry Devani. All right. So what are we thinking? An A? I don't want to put it in a B. I think A fits fine. Let's go A with this. Celestelia. A tier. Next up, boys. Oh my god. I don't even want to talk about this Pokemon. I hate this Pokemon. I hated this Pokemon with Ultra Beast. I hated it so bad. Let's talk about it. The reason I wanted Ampharos and Mega Ampharos to be like offensive, and they weren't offensive. So we got the Homeward Lights. When this Pokemon appears as a Mega Evolution, and again when its Mega Evolution ends, you may move one of your Pokemon in the Ultra Space or PC next to this Pokemon. Your Electric and Dragon deal plus 10 damage. The Dragon Pulse and Overdrive didn't really matter. Dragon Pulse plus 50, and the Overdrive all adjacent Pokemon become paralyzed. This was just your max revives, is what it was. This is all it was. I think we already did that, Luigi. I think we already did that. Okay, so because of how it was used, because of the ability to just have in these built-in max revives or bring things back from the Ultra Space, I don't really care for the typing. It was defensive. I don't kind of like if we think about this figure like on its own. And would you have to factor in? It does have a 12 mist, 8 mist at level 5. It's like I kind of want to put it in B tier. Like it's definitely not lower than B tier. So what arguments do we have to move it to A tier? Obviously, its ability, right? The max revives, the Ultra Space. So I guess, yeah, if you're defensive with this, the deck that it's used in is really, really good. And it is a certain piece. You need this piece in that deck. Otherwise, that deck, I don't want to say fails, but like in the later games, if you don't have this piece, you most likely will lose. So because of that, because it is needed, I guess I'm okay with putting it in A tier. I think we did, Luigi. A plus, Tarvold. It was so underrated on offense. Was it? Wait a minute. You could win with this, right? When its Pokemon appears as a Mega Evolution, and when it's Mega, because when it ends, yeah. So if you were offensive with it and it ends, then you can move something right next to it. So yeah, that's true. That is very true. I forgot about that. Yep. I do remember that. Okay, I'm okay with A then. Mega Amp. Next up, we have Kartana. Damn. All right, so let's just talk about it real quick. Grass and Steel, Grass Sphere, Steel type Z move, really good. Paper Sword, in this Pokemon's first battle after moving to the field, it can attack Pokemon that are 2 steps away. When it does, this Pokemon's attack have range 2. If it knocks out Pokemon with a cracked marker on it, that Pokemon, excluding fire type Pokemon, move to the Ultra Space outside of the field. So like at first, when this thing first came out, we're like, okay, like how are we gonna get these things to have cracked markers? Like it wasn't that easy to do. But then as it did, the Ultra Blade increased by damage value by how many Pokemon were in the Ultra Space. Very devastating. This thing got attacked like north of 400. Vacuum Wave was kind of the downfall. But when Poipole came out, this thing was an absolute monster. I actually tried countering this thing towards the end of Pokemon Duel with Poliwhirl, and it hit vacuum wave. It just continuously hit vacuum wave. I'm like, dude, you got to be kidding me. I was so salty. But X speed though, they would crack people and then they would X speed it with Poipo from range. Boom, you're ultra space. So this is very. What are your guys' thoughts? A tier. Oh yeah, and Z move. I forgot. And the Z move. You're right. Easy to do a Z move. There was only Tarvold and me here. Hey, it's okay. We got this. I might be doing that a disservice. Mega Amp could have been S? No way, dude. Mega Amp and S tier? Kartana force remove. So what's your final rating then? I want to go. This thing's kind of scary. Like how did you deal with this thing? I might go, like, it's no lower than A. It's definitely no lower than an A tier. C tier? Damn. I don't know about C tier. I'm going to go with Luigi and say A tier on this one. I kind of wanted to think S tier because cracked decks, as Pokemon Duel ended, cracked decks were meta. And this was the piece. This was the piece. Well, I mean, this and Poipo, but like, you said A tier. All right, Luigi, then what are your thoughts on this then? Oh, that was for Mega Ampharos. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm going to go with A tier on this. I kind of want to go S tier, but no. I don't want to go S tier. No. You know what? I think I don't know. Just the ability to attack from range with Z move. Just it's the ability to continuously attack from range with Poipo. Like, yeah, that's what makes me want to put it in A tier. I can live with B. I say solid B plus or A minus. So, all right, if you guys say B, we'll just go with that. Shaman. I never got mine to level 5. Although, for some reason, I wanted to. I don't know why, but thankfulness, this Pokemon can MP move over non-flying type Pokemon on the field. While this Pokemon is on the field, MP1 or lower Pokemon on your bench, and MP1 or lower Pokemon within 2 steps of this Pokemon gain +1 MP. When this Pokemon becomes frozen or when it is knocked out, this Pokemon changes its form to land form if possible. There was one time I used this thing. It can move through figures. I used the Seed Flare. Yeah, if there are any poison or noxious Pokemon, this Pokemon damages are multiplied by the number of those Pokemon. And then it removes the poison after that, which I didn't really like. But I remember I hit Seed Flare for like, I don't remember what it was. I wanted to say 200, but okay, so let's think about Runner, Grass Sphere, 3 MP, Mobility. I guess to buff the plus MPs, like if you have 1 MP. B minus from Luigi. I think I'm okay with the maybe a C actually. Possibly. Because I don't know, just the inconsistency of the will. Like, what did people use the sky form for? Like, not much really. They mostly used the land form. So I kind of want to say C tier. But then, I mean, we have Grass Sphere, Mobility. I don't know, Tarvold. What are your thoughts? Oh yeah, there were that people used the plate to go from land to sky. Caught people off guard. Caught me off guard a lot. C. Yeah, I was thinking of C as well. So, sorry, Luigi. We're going to go C with this. Shaman Sky. next up, the Mega Aggron. I got trolled by this once, and it was bad. Yo, what the heck? Why is it like? That's so weird. All right. Do you guys see what's going on here? Look at this. This thing like shooting everywhere. Look at my screen. Like these little splashes right here. Oh shit. Look at, they're like all up here. What is going on? Did it always do that? B next doesn't even want to talk about this at all. I mean, okay, what is there even anything to talk about this? It had a heavy slam, the bedrock breaker. Temporary excludes its battle opponent from the duel if it is a rock or fairy type Pokemon. So soft banishes if they're rock or fairy. The ability, this Pokemon can MP move under other Pokemon. Opposing fairy type Pokemon on the field that MP move next or move within 2 steps of this Pokemon move to the PC. It's happened to me after the end of that turn, and then it buffs it. So not that great. It's like a truck. Not cool. It's cool and potential game winner. B. All right, we'll go with B. I can agree with that. Definitely not an A. Not many people used it. But when people did, it kind of caught people off guard. Especially me. Move on. Oh, my Mega T-Tar, dude. Pure White Will. 0 miss level 5. It did something to blues, didn't it? I think that you wanted to use this to counter Ultra Beast, but the Crumble Top Rock Shell. If the battle opponent spins a blue attack, that Pokemon on the field moves to the bench after the turn ends and gains weight. Your Rock type and Dark type plus 10. Rock Storm moves all Fire type and Flying type that are adjacent to this Pokemon to the bench. Mountain Topple, all Pokemon on the field spin. Those that spin blue attacks are knocked out. Yeah, so this is they tried to counter the Ultra Beast with this. Pure White Will. 0 miss level 5 crunches its downfall. I mean, the ability was okay at the time because of the meta, but as it progressed, this thing was a god? Really? Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, I don't. Explain yourself here. Explain. I want to go because it's a pure White Will. Because when we were at the end of the meta, not many people had that much blue. I want to go B on this. Ah, Mega Zam. I got you. So force remove. Full gold. Okay, so where is that leaning you towards, Starwood? Are you going to say A with this? I'm leaning more towards B on this one. I think Luigi says B on this one as well. The EX version. Yeah, I was like, this thing's not that... Part of me even wants to put it in C. But... Oh, yeah, you can kill your own blues. Yeah, that too. So part of me wants to go B or C, but... Let's see. What do I have in C? I think we'll stick them B for now. All right, next up. Next is Black Kyurem. Black Kyurem. All right, 0 miss, level 5. Fly was really good. All right, the Terravolt. This Pokemon can only be set as a form in a deck. The effects of abilities of the battle opponent that increase or decrease attack damage are nullified. This Pokemon can MP move other Pokemon. When this Pokemon is knocked out in battle, it can change to Kyurem without moving to the PC. If it does, and there are any of your Zek rooms that have been excluded from the duel, move them. So this thing was pretty good. People rushed with this thing a lot, specifically Full Melt. Yeah, Full Melt cheese tier, exactly. There's a lot of fly cheats. I mean, the fly was, 32? It's insane. And that you ran this thing with the Victini. It's super offensive. So what are we basing it off of here? It has ice typing, so icy move was pretty good. Fly cheese. Attack damage increase was nullified. Could banish. I think I would go A tier with this. Maybe. High B, low A. Yeah, I think it was so versatile. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go A with this. No, fly was not optional. It was when you hit fly, you had to move. You had to jump over the opponent and land 1 to 2 steps away. So, yeah, I'm going to go A tier with this. Thoughts? Say low A minus, Tarvold. Luigi, I want this Valorant game. I'm like watching streams right now, trying to have Riot drop the code so I can play it. What was with Kirim? What do you mean, Tarvold? Like, what did people use with it? What was White Kirim? Oh, we didn't even do White Kirim yet. I don't think we did. Yeah, I don't think we did White Kirim. I think we just done Kirim and Zekrom. I'm going to stick this thing in A. Should be a tier above? So you think White Kirim should be above this? You don't think they should be in the same tier? So that would mean that you think Black Kirim needs to be in the B tier. All right, for right now, since Luigi says A, I agree with that. We're going to stick him in A tier for now. All right, let's look at him. Why is this one better? Turbo Blaze, same typing. This Pokemon can set as a form in your deck. The ability, same ability essentially. This Pokemon can MP move over other Pokemon. When this Pokemon is knocked out, it can be, if it does, yeah, so pretty much the same ability, but it has Draco Meteor. You think this is better? Why is this one better? Oh, this one's less. That's what you're saying. Yes, there is. I get what you're saying. Yes. Fair. But as of right now, well, actually, I would put this in B tier. I think I would put this in B tier. Because, I mean, I don't know. You can rush, you can move through. Attack damage increases nullified. You can banish. But I think the fly is just so good. I think I'm going to go B, though. Luigi says B. All right. Let's go B. White. Kirim. Next up. Mega Glalie. Who was it? Who was it that had it was a scary deck, and it was 3 Glalies into Mega Glalies. It's got the Icy Armor. When this Pokemon is knocked out, it returns to being Glalie without moving to the PC. Your Ice do plus 20. But the biggest thing here was the Sheer Cold. The battle opponent is knocked out. 3-star Sheer Cold. If the battle opponent is frozen, exclude it from the duel. Blizzard freeze them, Ice Shard. Plus a Pokemon within 2 steps of the Pokemon spin. If the results are anything other than a blue, the effects of Sphere Plates used on those Pokemon are nullified. No, it's not Brandon's Glalie. Yo, Luigi, is Brandon still are people still playing Pokemon? Or are they just playing Animal Crossing? Dude, Tim has 103,000 people watching. That's crazy. Kind of both. Okay, so let's see. This thing, when it gets knocked out, it remains on the field. It just de-evolves into Glalie. The shard was just so good. Like 3-star purple that KOs you or excludes you if you're frozen. So like if you played this right, people would Z-move with something with a ice type, freeze it, have it next to the Kyurem. You can't tag it. And then you just attack with this thing, level 10, level 5 at least. No miss. It's a guaranteed knockout. Could also go into an exclusion. So this thing is very scary. I think no lower than an A tier, honestly. The only option for freeze decks with 3 MP to move through in ice games you win. Vulpix, A. No damn way black eats white. Please change. Wait, what? Black Kyurem is better than white Kyurem. Solid A for me. A. Okay. Mega Lily A. Tarvold, I never ran them, but I think Fly is just so much better than Draco Meteor. Like, so much better. Like, a full tier better. Ooh, Mega Lucario. We don't even need to talk about this. This is solid S tier. Like, easy. Easy peasy. Love Mega Lucario. Was always, I think, always around. Was always around. Staple in my deck. Marked by the aura. While this Pokemon. Oh, what was also really good about this is like pairing it with Blaziken. So, marked with the aura, or yeah, with Blaziken. While this Pokemon is on the field, and unless they are affected by a special condition, your fighting Pokemon and your Steel type Pokemon are not knocked out by gold attacks from their battle opponents. Your fighting type and Steel type do plus 10 damage. 2-star Aura Sphere, solid. Bullet Punch, solid. Can't get KO'd by gold. The thing was just so good. So good. Ooh, okay. I see what you're saying, Tarvold. I see what you're saying. That's fair. Okay, I see what you're saying. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'll move them back, or I'll move them where they both belong, in the same tier. Primal Groudon. Okay, so Primal Groudon. What is good about Primal Groudon? Nothing other than the typing. The attack damage. I mean, well, it does have the Precipice Blaze. Let's talk about that because that. It was. I feel like this is what should have been going on during launch. So, Precipice Blades spin for all opposing Pokemon on the field. If they spin a miss, including a miss due to paralyzed or burn conditions, they are knocked out. I feel like Earthquake should have done that, or anything that makes everything spin. If it's a miss, they get knocked out. It should have been always like if their status that should count as a miss as well. Flamethrower, you burn them. Desolate Land while this Pokemon is on the field. Ultra. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Ultra Beast knocked out by its attacks damage are excluded from. I forgot about that. Without moving to the Ultra Space, return to the bench when this Pokemon leaves the field. When this Pokemon is knocked out, it may go into Groudon instead. Okay, so I wanted to put this in like C tier, but because of the ability, because of Ultra Beast, because of the ground typing, because of Precipice Blades, although it didn't really, like it was like, maybe B tier. I think maybe B tier with this. You wish they were permanent? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Go to Megazam, yeah. B. B's fair. Imagine, Luigi. All right, I'm good with B tier on this one. The expansion pack. That's the word I was looking for, Luigi. The expansion pack. When Sword and Shield come out with the expansion pack, I'm definitely going to jump right back on it. But right now, I'm kind of just like, I don't know. Next. Regigigas. Oh, man. Okay, Regigigas. Slow start. This Pokemon gets plus 1 MP for each species of Regirock, Ice, and Steel on the field. This Pokemon can be moved by plates. Cannot be moved by plates, abilities, and other Pokemon's attack. What was the problem with this? Because couldn't it have been max revived, or something was able to move it? I can't remember what it was, and they fixed it. But people just, what do they try to do? They try to run this with Tapu Koko, S plus tier next. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yo, Tarvin, are you still playing Temtem? Is Temtem still like decent or big? I mean, we did get the hammer arm. It was cheesy. It knocked because it had 300 damage. It knocked him out, claimed its spot. The alchemy marker from Megazam is what people typically did with this. Revenge attacks Revenge wasn't really used. Multi-blast knocks out Pokemon that have lock-on marker, which I kind of tried to make a thing. I think I make a video on it. So if you ran this with Lele, or not Lele, but Coco and Alakazam, it could be a problem. It could be a huge problem, actually. Oh yeah, I forgot this is Luigi's favorite Pokemon. I forgot. C+. I'm okay with putting it in a C tier because of what you had to do to set this thing up. And if it got countered, then you're like shit out of luck. So sorry, Luigi. I'm good to C on this one too. Too much to set up. Dude, there's just way too many G's in Regigigas, and it just messes me up. Hey, Luigi's out here. Got jokes. Next up, Primal Kyogre, PK, one of probably in the conversation for top 5, maybe top 3 goalies of all time. What do you think? PK, we did have its ability. While this Pokemon is on the field, Ultra Beasts do not move from the Ultra Space to the field by the effects of abilities or attacks. Totally forgot about that. But, I mean, that's why people had it. When this Pokemon is knocked out in battle, it may go to Kyogre. So I remember when Ultra Beast was, a big thing and this thing came out, like people didn't know what to do. Hydro Pump 160 is pretty good damage, and then the Origin Pulse spin for opposing Pokemon on the field if they spin a miss, including a miss due to paralyze or burn. Whoa. Was that always there, or was that updated? They are knocked out. If they spin a blue attack, they move to the bench. Dude, this thing caused so many problems, even if it wasn't going against Ultra Beast. Solid figure, like I said. Definitely top 5, top 3 goalies of all time. S tier. I mean, yeah. It was meta defining because it interrupted the Ultra Beast meta, and Primal Kyogre still was used at the end. Yeah, Water Spout would have been better, actually. You're right. Water Spout. Dude, imagine, Luigi, Water Spout. Let's say it hit your battle opponent and something adjacent to that. That would be interesting. I I think I can agree with S tier on this, honestly. I think I honestly can agree with that. Yeah, I'll go S tier with this. Let me just get this game. SNS. Ooh, Keldeo Resolute form. Okay, so how are we gonna rate this? Because, like, are we gonna rate it the same way? We're gonna rate it by. Are we rating it by itself, or are we rating it with the regular Keldeo? This is the ability that I did not understand. So maybe help me clarify this. Sacred Fencer. This ability is only valid on your turn. When this Pokemon is on the field, Sword of Justice from your Pokemon deals plus 30 damage. That's easily understood. But the battle opponent of those Pokemon cannot move by effects other than the attack effects of those Pokemon until the end of the duel. Of those Pokemon? So of like Terrakion and Virizion and Cobalion? Or of this Pokemon? Like, I don't necessarily understand it. Keldeo Wifey's favorite tier. Really? The water jump, we know what water jump did. It was basically cheesy. Run this thing with the wash Rotom, move through figures, hit the water jump, land on the goal. GG boys. It was so versatile with the regular Keldeo because once Keldeo gets KO'd, you can switch into the Resolute form. Resolute form does have Aqua Jet, nice ice purple. This thing is pretty has good survivability. Sacred Sword, spin for opposing player within 2 steps. If it spins a miss or white attack of 100 damage or less, it is knocked out. 3 MP, great mobility. Is it S tier? I don't think so. Is it A tier? I think A tier because of I really don't know actually. I really don't know. A plus minimum? Okay, I was gonna say I didn't okay, I want you to argue that point to me right now for S tier because I don't know if I necessarily see it right now. I'm okay with A, but argue the S tier for me. Can win. You're right. Can. Double lifer. Fair. Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, I guess. Okay, yeah. We will double lifer. Yes. We will do double lifer because that's the only way you would run it. Well, I mean, Full Melt did kind of run this on its own, didn't it? That's true. That's true. I don't necessarily say it was meta defining though. I don't. You know what? Yeah, you're. This one's tough. This one's tough. I'm actually gonna put him in A tier for right now. Kelio Resolute. Next up. Yo, where'd my... Oh, there it is. Mega Houndoom. Yo, where is K-Dub? K-Dub loved the fire decks. So, Breath of the Abyss. While this Pokemon is on the field, your dark type and fire type deal plus 10 damage for each burned Pokemon on the field. Pokemon that battle this Pokemon become burned. Your dark type and fire. So this thing like made it hit north of like 200 when you ran it with the Houndours. 2 MP, 4 missile level 5, fire breath. The battle opponent becomes burned. You may spin for a Pokemon within 2 steps. If it spins a wide attack, that Pokemon becomes burned. Oh yeah, I remember that. It's definitely not S tier. I don't even know if it's A tier, honestly. Like, you ran this. I mean, you could do the Flame Energy deck with this. Flame Sphere. With the Houndour. I think it's B at best, honestly. Like, you rarely Mega Evolved here. I think you rarely did. I think B for me. B for... C for Tarvel. Damage didn't really matter when they lost a big part of the will to red. Houndour is far better. I think Houndour is better too. C tier. Yeah, you know what? I guess you're right because like the damage output didn't really matter. When it had a lot of because it burned itself. Right? Yeah, I think I'll go with that too. Damn, I think this is our first Mega in the C tier. Oh, no, we have Mega Gyarados in here. Next up, Drampa. I remember when people had Dragon decks and they flexed the Drampa with it. I think Drampa was really good in the Dragon decks because of the Dragon Plus, so it hit for 200 damage right off the bat against other dragons. But okay, this Pokemon has MP3 if it is confused. When this Pokemon is knocked out in battle, you can move one of your Pokemon that is in the Ultra Space to a point where this Pokemon was. Very good, so it replaced its space. 1 MP, really good. Welcome back, Hypenated. You missed... Curums, black and white Curums. Other than that, nothing that we didn't really agree. There was the black and white Curums I think we disagreed on, and I think that was it mostly. But Outrage confused it, pushed aside. The battle opponents moved to the bench. Same with Dratini. Now, what I typically did with this thing was I used the Necromizer. So the Necrozma with the Necromizer. We threw my Lunala away. Gone in the Ultra Space. Removed some sort of ability. It was mainly something like that was threatening, like Aegis Slash or, I don't know, just something that had a devastating ability. And then with Drampa, we would have the 2MP because of Dragon Sphere, be able to move through figures. And I'd be super offensive with this thing because once it got KO'd, my Lunala would come back. So that's how I ran it. The typing, we can factor in the normal Z move to soft banish. So this thing, when used correctly, maybe not. I thought about putting him in A tier, but I don't know. Kind of want to go B. I'm stuck between B and A with this thing. What do you guys think? Hypenated. The Keldeo, we kind of agreed on A, but there were arguments for S. Yeah, I guess you're right. Even with the Dragon Sphere, if, say, whatever figure you had that had the Dragon Sphere was KO'd, then yeah, this thing would be super, like, a problem. Hypenated. I put this Tarbold's so mad. So I put Black Kyurem in A tier and White Kyurem in B tier. And it was primarily just because of Fly. But then Tarbold did bring up a good point about bringing it back, so I agree with that. But this Drampa, I'm gonna put Drampa in B tier. We'll just put him in B for right now. Drampa. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Altaria. Altaria was kind of annoying to deal with. Oh my god, you scared me. Welcome back. Oh, we bring up Altaria and you come back? Alright. Altaria.
Sorry, I just came now. I needed to make dinner. Sorry.
Okay, so Altaria, while this Pokemon's on the field, your Dragon type and Flying type deal plus 10 damage. So, we have to remember, this was specifically used in Dragon decks just to beef up the Mega Ray. And it held the Dragon Sphere. So you always had one like on your goal pretty much. D-Dance and the Pair Song, you put in the curse marker on it, and if they get KO'd, they're excluded from the duel. So this thing was, I can't remember, somebody used this in a fire deck. This was their means of burning. I forgot what deck it was, and I can't remember who it was. But yeah, I don't think this thing is not S tier. I don't even think it's A tier. When this thing did become confused, it was so annoying because it was just a dodge machine. I think B with this. Looks like the chat is agreeing with B. Vixen, what are you thinking?
A minus.
A minus? Well, I guess that's not far off from a B tier, so okay, that's not too far off.
Yeah.
But why? Tell me why.
The Parish Song that you could exclude figures.
Okay, fair.
And yeah.
Fair.
Not C tier, bro. Not C.
Yeah, you're kind of right. Because, like, Altaria, you weren't always confident attacking into it because you're like, dude, if this thing does land the Parish Song, I'm going to be so mad. And a lot of people who ran this, they always ran scoop-ups with it. So, yeah, I think I'm okay with B. I'm okay with B right now. All right, let's move on. Cresselia has the Crescent Veil. If this Pokemon is on the field and is not affected by a special condition, Moonblast from any of your Pokemon deal plus 50 damage. Tapu Lele. This effect does not stack. I hated this thing. because it was my goalie. And whenever I use this thing. I'm like, Moonblast is going to hit for 160. If that hit Ice Beam, they're going to be frozen. But what happened? I always landed Lunar Dance. Removes the sleep condition from your Pokemon and moves all your Pokemon that are in a PC to the bench. This Pokemon moves to the PC. So, I mean, it does have some sort of like max revive thing. But like as a goalie, this thing always landed the Lunar Dance. Luigi, that would have been insane.
I could see potential on the Cresselia, but the problem is the Lunar Dance. That is crap. So yeah, I'm going to rate it as a B tier.
B tier, okay. We need to factor in the Psychic Z move, although it wasn't really offensive, and this Pokemon didn't really see that much like usage. Like I said, I tried to use it a couple times, like Xerneas, Tapu Lele, Gardevoir. Yeah. Would you say B tier?
Yeah.
B tier.
B minus, okay.
I could see. Yeah, low B. C tier. Damage was nice, but the Z move meta was not needed. Got decent support. Lunar Dance is fantastic, just not. Yeah, true. Okay. So Tarvold, Hibernate say C. You say B. You say low B. I kind of go with that too. If it's a low B, let me see. What do I have in C? What do I have in B? Yeah, actually, I think I would rather. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in C actually. Cresselia. C for Luigi. All right. Toxapex, man. If Toxapex was 2 MP, this thing it'd be decent, more usable. Poisonous Bunker. This Pokemon cannot be moved by the attacks of other Pokemon. Grass type as well as Fairy type Pokemon cannot pass by this Pokemon by means of their effects or their abilities. When this Pokemon is on the field, the effects of abilities of poison and noxious Pokemon that allow passing by other Pokemon are nullified. Like, this thing was actually, like I said, fairly decent if it was 2 MP. Damn, Venoshock? Did Venoshock always do 150 or did it get buffed? And deals 2+ damage if it's poison. Dude, this thing did 300 damage. Baneful Bunker, the battle opponent becomes poison. And the Poison Shower, the battle opponent becomes noxious. All poison Pokemon become noxious. Great survivability. A base 150 value attack. The ability is good. If this thing was 2 MP, man. 2 MP, I would put this in an A tier, honestly. But because it is 1 MP, I don't even know if I want to put it as a B tier. This figure scared you? B, counters Goth, yep. Good with Mega Beedrill. I like Pex, it's good, decent walls. Disruption, solid C. 1 MP holds it back, yep. If 3 MP would have been S tier. What I tried to do, I think towards the end of Pokemon Duel, I tried to, do the whole Tapu Koko Lele thing. But yeah, it's because it's 1 MP. I want to put it in a C tier. Let's see. Luigi says B. Hyphenate says B. Tarvel says C+. Vixen, what do you think? And she may be gone. Oh, B. All right, so we'll just go with the majority. B it is. Really like the figure. Super intrigued by it. Just wish it was 2 MP. All right, Glade. The Psychic Sensor battle opponents have the in-battle effects of their abilities nullified. Yes, I forgot about that. So this thing just wrecked Lunala. Teleport, Night Slash, and the Psychic Blade. Psychic Blade does tilt. So basically, the Mega Evolution just hits for a little less. So wherever we put that, that's where this goes. Which was, we put him in B tier. So B. Beware. I hate Beware. I remember. What did I do? I was attacking something. I think I was actually playing somebody in 4K, and I think I had triple Altaria, 2 Stuffles, and I had to evolve one of the Stuffles because it became paralyzed, so it was status. It had a big miss, so I had to evolve it. And then I DC'd with the Beware, and Beware hit double miss. I was so upset. But what's good about this thing? The ability to damage dealt by this Pokemon by its battle opponents, excluding Fire type Pokemon, is cut in half. Wave Arm's battle opponent is moved to the bench and gains weight, and then Bear Hug, the battle opponent spins. If it spins a blue attack, it is knocked out. Status destroys it. Ooh, yeah, I don't see for this. D, maybe? Beware, another Miss Machine. Beware, honestly, I think is... Yeah, I think it might be a D. Oh, easily. Easily outclassed by Stuffle, hyphenated. Yes, I agree with that. C minus. It's basically trash version of Lunala Solgaleo combined together. All right, so we have C from Luigi, C from hyphenated, D from Vixen, D from Tarvold as well. I don't know. I don't think I'd go as far as D, even though the points are valid, like status destroys it, but the fact of its ability halves the damage, and it could... No, it couldn't. It could deal with Lunala if it was evolved. If it was white on white and it was chained to 10. I because of the ability of having the damage, I want to put it in C. So I guess I'll do the tiebreaker and go C with this. Beware. Give me the code. Ooh, alchemy marker, yeah. But I feel like if the counter, or not counter, but consider alchemy marker. Tarvold. Tarvold gets Zoman. Marshadow. Okay. I think S. Like, is there really... Is there an argument to put it in A tier? So, I mean... Typing was really great, especially with the Mighty Sphere. The Gloom and Dweller, this Pokemon can MP move through other Pokemon on the field while this Pokemon is on the field. Opposing Pokemon deal negative 20 damage for each of your Ghost-type Pokemon adjacent to them. The effect does not stack. Spectral Thief was pretty nice. The attack damage is boosted by the amount of any attack damage increases from the battle opponent. That caught a lot of people off guard. It caught me a lot off guard, too. The dodge, I mean... You couldn't really... like. This thing often hit dodge. Like, I don't know. You couldn't safely attack into this thing knowing. But you're right. It is Emu fodder. Maybe it's not S tier. But then, I mean, it ever since it came on the scene, meta. And it was there till the end. So. Damn. B+ for this? If you have to say, like, top runners, if it's like a top 5 runner... Is that enough to warrant an S tier? Okay, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not an S tier. But I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. I need some help here. B+. Hell, 3MP. Oh, God, Luigi. I don't even want to talk about Marshadows for Sword and Shield. No. 3MP with a decent will against other 3MPs. Yes. Good support for Ghost and Fighting. Ended up being great Midas for yes. The Z move was a nice bonus, but still weak to Z. So like the only downfall here was that it was weak to Z moves, right? This is a definitive 3 MP move through Mon along with Selly. Yeah, I'm on board with S, like high A+ or low S. Yeah, actually, you know what? Well, I don't know. This is a tough question, or a tough thing to consider. Like, is Marshadow or Keldeo, like normal Keldeo and Resolute Keldeo, better than Marshadow? I do like your pants. Yes. Mm-hmm. Nope. I like not Tarvel. I like Marshadow because it can move through figures, and because of Mighty Sphere. I like Keldeo because it's 2 lives, because of the water jump, because of the hydro kick to like bench you. I don't know, man. I think they're I guess if I put Marshadow in S tier, then I have to put Keldeo in S tier. That's what it is. And it had its own special Z move, didn't it? What was it? If the battle opponent is knocked out, then after the battle, this Pokemon moves to a point 2 steps away. Okay, so it was like a better steel type. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this. I'm putting Marshadow in S tier, and I'm moving Keldeo's to S tier. And Tarvel's just going to yell at me some more. Why can't I find it? Uh-oh. Show it. Hey! Hey, Zoro, let's go. Number 1 gold attacker in the game. Dude, when Zoro came on the scene, it was... We might have to put... It was S tier definitely when it came on the scene. It's a build... The illusion ability, so good. Cross counter, so good. Night Days, good. Only downfall, number 1 gold attacker in the game. And I actually... Did I end up going to level 10 on Zoro? I remember for the longest time, I kept my Zoro level 5. I did not go to level 10. Yeah, I don't... this thing was just massive. Like, when it came on the scene, the illusion... Yeah, I think I kind of want to go... Like, I use this for Mega Ray. I countered so many things with this, with Zoro. Like, Zoro was always a staple for me until the very, very end when purple became heavy. And because of that, I think that knocks him from S down to A. That's it for me. Zoro, by the end, was pretty pointless in Squared. Yeah, but it wasn't Squared for a little bit. So I came back after 30-ish minutes, and Tarvel's still complaining about me. That's Tarvel. You know that. Okay, so Hibernate says A. Luigi says A. You need other figures to be able to do... Yeah, and because it got nerfed, honestly, I forgot that it got nerfed. Which destroyed Rush deck users. Do you guys remember that? Like, dude, they were so salty. But it had such an impact and such a staple in Rush. That's why it was easily S tier. But yeah, I guess as we got to at the end, I would knock it down to A because it's still good. It's still really, really, really good. Hypenated says it goes back. Hypenated and Tarvel go B. Okay, so they say B, me, Luigi say A, and Vixen says S. So Vixen, still S. All right. I guess I'll change my vote. Do I want to change my vote, though? This thing did hit gold very consistently. For me, at least. And potential for counter Z moves. True. What are you talking about, Tarvold? It's the most consistent gold attacker in the game. That's why it's an A tier. But all right, we'll go B. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I really don't want to put this in B tier. Really? We're really going to put this thing in B tier? This thing counters so many things in A tier. All right. I'll go with the majority. It's not an S tier. It was S tier, but not as the game progressed. Hurts me to put him there. Oh my god, dude. I don't even want to talk about these figures. Drifblim. Oh, man. All right, this Pokemon MP3 move Pokemon on the field. Just go side. When this Pokemon is knocked out, you may knock out one of your Drifloon on the field and all Pokemon adjacent to it. Nobody ever really did that. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that. This thing was mostly used for takeaway. Takeaway was just so annoying. It was a changer. It legitimately was a meta changer. Like, the ability to take away your opponent's Pokemon and put them in your PC. This was just the better version of Mighty Sphere. Easier version of Mighty Sphere. No play needed. And then it brought you back to the bench. I guess that was kind of the only downfall ish. But like, dude, this thing. If you're down 2 Pokemon, 2 of your Pokemon are in your opponent's PC, and then you get like one of your opponent knocked out. That's GG, boys. Like, there's no coming back from that. Mobility takeaway. I think mobility takeaway and shock value and the ability, like, and it's still usable at the end of Pokemon, and the evolution was fairly easy. I'm gonna say A tier. Oh yeah, there is Grass Sphere. Totally forgot about Grass Sphere. I agree with that, Hyphenated. I agree with that. Okay. Stop, Luigi. No. I don't even want to talk about that. B plus. I still think A. A for Hyphenated, Tarvold. Luigi. B. All right. 3 B's and 2 A's. Gotta go with the majority. I still think it's a solid A, but all right. We'll go B. Rudolph Blim. Next up. Damn, we're only 39 figures in. We got a long way to go. Hong Contra Crow. I don't even want to talk about this figure. Like, this is like a D for me, honestly. 2 MP. Not great mobility. I don't care for the typing. Well, Dark's okay. The wheel's terrible. Call does nothing. I say D. D. Oh, did I? Honked Crow. Honked Crow. Jesus. Okay, God. Okay. D word. It's a D. I'm kind of glad we haven't put anything in E tier at all today. Today has been no E's so far. Are we going to continue to have that? No E tiers. Ampharos. Okay, here we go. Ampharos. While this Pokemon is on the field, your electric Pokemon will deal +10 damage for each paralyzed Pokemon on the field. Overdrive. Dragon Pulse +50 against dragons. Overdrive. All Jace Pokemon become paralyzed, and the Beacon Light removes weight from your Pokemon on the field. I mean, you just have to think of how this was used. You have to pair it with the Mega Ampharos, Ultra Beast X, Max Revives, Recycles. I guess, like, on its own, I would say C, but the potential for the Mega Evolution and with the Ultra Beast brings it up to a B. Yeah, I think probably a low B though. That's kind of where I'm at here. Yeah, this is the regular one. Yeah, B. Okay. Yeah, for the Mega Amp, we went. Did we go A? Where did we go for Mega Amp? Or did we put him in S? No, we put him in A. No S. I think there was like a slight argument to put him in S, I think. All right. Electros. Now, I remember this was the Coco counter, I guess at first glance, but the 1 MP was just terrible. So, all right, the Electros, while this Pokemon is on the field, the effects of abilities of opposing Electric-type Pokemon and opposing Paralyzed Pokemon that allow passing by the other Pokemon with MP moves are negated. At the start of your turn, instead of an MP move, this Pokemon may switch places with an adjacent Electric-type Pokemon or Paralyzed Pokemon. So there was some cheese to be had if the goalie was an Electric type or if they were Paralyzed. I don't even remember what generator does. Wild Charge does 150. Shockwave. Did Wild Charge always do 150? Or was that buffed? It had to have been buffed, right? Was it like 120 or something like that? Shockwave, the battle opponent and a succession of Pokemon adjacent to it, excluding this one, become paralyzed. 1-star purple, though, is just not that good. And Generator, all adjacent water type Pokemon become paralyzed. On the next turn, this Pokemon deals plus 30 damage. I do remember that. Exactly, Vixen. Exactly. Other than that, though, 1 MP, can't really use anything to make it have 2 MP. I mean, you could, but like, it wasn't good. Yeah, I'm good with the D tier. Wait, C for Tarvel, D for D for Tarvel, C for Vixen, C for Hyphenade. Yeah, because you're right, there is some niche to it. Okay, we'll go C. Yeah, I think I'm okay with C, I guess. I really want to play this game. Next up, here we go. The Landform. What was Landform for? Keeping your Megas alive. Flower Carper. While this Pokemon is not affected by a special condition and is on an entry point, Mega Evolution does not end via passage of turns for Pokemon of the players whose entry points. I mean, you could be on your opponent's entry point to keep their Mega Evolution alive, but why would you ever do that? This thing and Mega Absol, who, by the way, is not in S tier. Tarvel, don't leave. Does have Synthesis and the Healing Flower. Healing Flower, which Max Revive, Synthesis plus 20, Grass Sphere, Seed Flare if they're status, but that was rarely a thing. So I guess we're just rating because it kept Megas alive. Healing Flower was annoying to deal with because of Mega Evolution, or not Mega Evolutions, but Max Revive. Hey, what's up, Date? But it kind of was pointless towards the end of the game. I agree with that. B minus, B plus, B. I like land, but in practice it ends up being a win more figure rather than a good one. B. I think I agree with B's here. Do I agree with B's? I don't know, actually. Like, yeah, like, what does it do besides keep Mega Evolutions alive? But at the end of the game, like, was there any purpose for that? I think I'd go C. Yeah, I think I'm more inclined to go with C on this one. How you doing, Date? Lurantis. All right. The green power. This Pokemon cannot be paralyzed if the battle opponent is on the field and is not affected by a special condition. Your grass type deal plus 5 damage for each grass type on the field. We knew that. The Solar Blade, if the battle opponent has weight, the battle opponent is knocked out. Instead of this one, Petal Blitz, all Pokemon on the field spin, those spin white or miss are knocked out. Grass Sphere, buffing grass typing or damage. More of a defensive figure. When Grass Dex came on the scene, this thing was, I think, easily an A tier. But as the game progressed, as status became more, I don't know. I mean, it can't be paralyzed. Then, I don't know, Grass Dex just kind of fizzled out. I might be okay with a D on this. D to C. I don't know. Because of its niche, I want to say C, honestly. I think I'm going to go C because of the niche. When does that start, Date? I mean, yeah, the miss was pretty big once you kill one. True. Like once you've effectively done one, the whole deck kind of crumbles. Oh, it's tomorrow. What's your deck? Did you figure out, or not deck? Did you figure out your team? Terrible Will. Okay, that's fair. I don't know. Just because of the niche, I want to put it in C. But if the majority says D, That's what we'll do. Oh, damn. Almost knocked my scissors down. Dude, I don't even want to talk about the Reggies, but all right. I see what they were trying to do with the ability. So lock on blue at the start of your turn, 7 MP move. This Pokemon can force opposing Pokemon within 2 steps of it to spin. If its result spin in a blue attack, attach a lock on marker to that Pokemon. Your turn ends. Hammer Arm. This Pokemon gains weight. Explosion, which was nice. This Pokemon and all neighboring Pokemon faint, and then the Multi Blast knocks out all the Pokemon that have lock on markers attached to them. Not much going for it. Don't really care for the typing. I think I'm okay with C. The designs are dope, Luigi. Yeah. Okay. I'm good with C. We'll move on from this one. Are all the Reggies next? If all the Reggies are next, I think we should just... Oh, Meganium. I just put them all in here and just move on. So Meganium, I hate the design. I just don't like it. Leaf Guard. This Pokemon cannot be affected by special conditions other than sleep. Do not attach markers to this Pokemon from attacks of the battle opponent. Body Slam causes paralysis. Petal Blizzard. What did that do? All opposing Pokemon on the field spin. Those that spin miss are knocked. Oh yeah, we just read that with Lurantis. Duh. And Synthesis plus 20. Let's see. It's a grass sphere. You always got to consider grass sphere. Don't really care for the will. This thing didn't really do anything. I'd never used Meganium. I don't even know if I had the figure, honestly. I think I like what Luigi's saying. C. What's your mom doing home? Good with grass sphere. C. C from Date. All right. Majority with the C. And then we'll move on. Meganium. Reggie Ice. I think same thing. I don't know. I feel like all the Reggie should be C tiers. Like, I mean, it can freeze you. That was good. Lock on purple, pretty good because there was a purple meta. But then you have to land the multi-blast. And the slice is small. It's 24. So I agree with Harvold. I think C tiers with these. So, oh, yeah, we have to factor in the Z move. No, you're right. We do have to factor in the Z move. But Reggie Ice was just outclassed by so many other ice type figures in ice decks. So yeah, I don't even think that's gonna enough to move it from a C to a B because I still wouldn't use it. So yeah, I'd still say C. Ooh, this one's interesting now. Now we have Kyurem. Kyurem was kind of a game changer with the permafrost. If this Pokemon is not affected by a special condition, then the frozen condition of Pokemon within 2 steps of this Pokemon cannot be removed by tagging. Ice Beam froze it. Dragon or Outrage confused it, which I liked because I like how the will was designed. Fly is pretty okay. And then the Glaciate all opposing Pokemon on the field that are not Fire, Water, Ice, or Steel type spin. Attach -1 on pop markers for those that spin white attacks. So this one, ooh, close to an S tier. I mean, yeah, we do have to factor in its ability to rush with black and white Kyurem. I can see that. I like A. I think I'm okay with A. Yeah, I think I'll go A with this. Versatile and threatening. I remember when people ran, and the Z move. I remember when people ran 3 of these and 3 Empoleons. That was X Attack's like deck. I remember that. He climbed pretty high with it. All right, Registeel. Same thing. Good status though. Huge miss, but yeah. C. Arcanine. Oh my god. So Arcanine and Solgaleo. Top 2 red attackers in the game. Missers in the game. And the damn what was that fairy rock type Pokemon? Or the fairy rock Pokemon? What was that Pokemon called? That thing was, I hated it. Because that thing rolled miss too. No, not Diancie. What the hell was it called? I don't remember. But Arcanine, what was good about it was its ability. If its status is shifted. So can MP move past fire type Pokemon and burn Pokemon? If the Pokemon is affected by a special condition, the battle opponent's spins are shifted by 1 segment clockwise. That was Carbink. Yeah, it was Carbink. Caught you by surprise. Pretty decent sized gold. Although I felt like it was pretty inconsistent. So I guess we just have to rate it on its ability for status bonds. I mean, obviously they ran the Hound Hours with it. It was a pretty good figure, and to come off the bench if they were burned. So yeah, I like B. I like B with this. Yeah, I'm good with B on this. Houndoom. Where did we put Mega Houndoom? This is where Houndoom should go. I think we put it in C. Yeah, we did put it in C. I don't think we really need to... I mean, you weren't there for this hyphenated, so I'm D. Okay. I mean, it's pretty much the same as Mega Houndoom, right? Except it does more damage or less damage. C. You agree with D. Okay. 2 Ds, 2 Cs. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could see the argument because, like, yeah, the attack value did not really... Yeah, exactly. The damage didn't matter. All right, that's fair. That's fair. Hey, we're about halfway. Turtonator! People ran this kind of, a little bit with Dragon Dex. Shell Armor. This Pokemon is not knocked out by knockout causing attack effects of your opponent. So this kind of countered the Zoro. Like when people were mostly running Zoro, like this came out and it was like, okay, so this kind of countered him. Problem is, Overheat, the attack becomes a miss on the next turn. We know what Dragon Pulse does, plus 50, and then Shell Trap. In battle on the next turn, this Pokemon battle opponent is knocked out if it spins a wide attack. So Dragon Sphere and its ability. It's all we have to counter. So it has mobility when Dragon Sphered. If it doesn't have Dragon Sphere, it's kind of useless. C? Yeah, it's definitely not above C. I think it's C with Dragon Sphere and D without it, so... Yeah, I guess we'll go C. Put the Bowser in C. Milotic. I hate Milotic. Remember when I Z-moved this thing like 3 times and it landed Magic Coat 3 times? Super salty. Anyway, the Marvel Scale. When this Pokemon moves from the bench to the field or appears as an evolution, it removes the burn condition from your Pokemon. If this Pokemon is affected by a special condition, its opponents deal negative 50 damage. Like that was like, it was like, what? This thing is pretty good. Easy to evolve with the Feebas and to like KO your opponent. Aquatail did basically 180 if it was confused. The Blue Pulse did confuse it or confuse the battle opponent. This thing's... I'm going to say because of its ability to evolve. So Feebas, Rocky Helmet, knocks out the battle opponent. You evolve. You have advantage on the board. Could be defensive with Blue Pulse. You can confuse yourself. You can confuse them. Part of me wants to put it in B. You guys say C? C? True, Tarvel. True. Daytay says B. I can see B too. All right, so we have 3 Bs and 2 Cs. We're going to go with the B for the boys. I mean, it still kind of did. Oh, you're C? God damn it. All right, we'll go C. I guess you're right. By the end, it didn't really do anything because the Z-moves were so... I mean, it's Z-moves. So, like, yeah, at the beginning, it could be kind of annoying because you can confuse things, but after that, yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Shiinotic, 1 MP. That's all we got to talk about. I think it's a D. I mean, it does have some sort of survivability, but when Z moves come out, this thing is just Z move fodder. Strength Sap attaches a full marker to this Pokemon. Well, that marker is attached to it. This Pokemon is not knocked out by damage from white attacks. The marker of any special conditions affecting this Pokemon are removed instead of. I feel like Strength Sap just could have been better. But yeah, it's D. Oh yeah, if Z moves weren't around, yeah, this would be easily better. But yeah, I'm gonna go with D on this one. Mobility is important. Ah man, I wanted this thing to be good. I wanted it to be good so bad, but it just really wasn't. So Dragalge did have the poison touch. So anything that battled it did become poisoned. Daytay, tell me your thoughts on this thing. Acid on the next turn. Any blue attacks of opposing Pokemon that are not dodged become missed. I didn't really care for that. And Draco Meteor just trash. It's just not that good. Seismitoad is way better. Yeah. So this is a C? Yeah, I think C with this. Yeah, I'm inclined with C. That's the only thing it has going for it is poisoning it. D plus. Ooh, okay. 2 D pluses, 2 C's. Luigi, where we at? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the biggest Draco Meteor. 4 miss level 5. All right, D it is. A Alolan Vulpix. Let's go. We know what this thing does. Ice Beam freezes you. Its ability, you can switch places with something that is frozen. So many cheese happened with the Alolan Vulpix. Well, Alolan Vulpix was a threat. And then the Baby Doll Eyes, the blue attacks of the Pokemon hit by this attack will be missed during... I mean, it wasn't really that. This one's interesting. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm stuck between B and A. Mobility's great. Ability's great. Typing's great. Daytay says A. Yeah, I need like convincing. Hyphenated A. A. All right, so we have 2 A's. And Luigi says, all right, there we go. Convince me. Doesn't take much to convince me. All right, Alolan Vulpix. We got the A. Okay, next one. Marini. What is this ability? When this Pokemon is on the field, Pokemon that are not poison type or steel type deal 10 less damage? Ooh, I didn't even know that. Sludge Bomb. If this Pokemon is knocked out, all Pokemon within 2 steps become poisoned. Poison Sting, Spike Cannon. Yeah, this is there's what? It's an E, dude. Yeah, I was going to say, like, what about this goes from an E to a D? And I don't know. I mean, I guess. So we have to look at the typing. Poison and Steel. Did many people run those? I mean, still more than not, but negative 10 damage. Does the damage really even matter? Not for this, because this thing's not out damaging anything. Spike Cannon is so inconsistent. So I guess the only thing it can do is poison. If don't you dare say Pikachu tier. I think it's an E. I'm gonna go E on this. This is our first E of the day. First E of the day. Get out of here. Toxicroak. I remember when this came out, K-Dope kind of liked this thing. He used it a little bit. Or maybe he talked it up. I think he chained it 10 and like made it level 10. And I think he used it kind of sort of, but all right. Dry Scan. If the battle opponent is water type Pokemon that does not have any other types, this Pokemon is not knocked out. Poison Jab. The battle opponent becomes poison if the battle opponent is a fairy type Pokemon that is not steel type Pokemon. It is knocked out. Cross Chop. Spin again if Cross Chop does plus 50 damage. And then the Acid Breath. The battle opponent becomes poison. The battle opponent's Metal Coat effects are lost. And Metal Coat. Ooh, dude. Why did I not use this when Steelix was kind of like around? Probably because people didn't use Onix into Steelix or Scizor into Mega Scizor. Or Scyther into Scizor. That's probably why. This does not cause it to return to its previous... Oh. That's why. You can see I clearly did not use this thing. Yeah, I don't like... What does this thing have going for it? It can poison you? I'd go with D on this one too. Yeah, I'd go with D. Oh boy. Oh boy. Where's Giggity Gaming at? Where's Giggity Gaming at? All right, let's talk. When these things first came out, when the aliens first came out, my deck, I had 2 LGMs, Lele, I think Lunala. Did I have Zoro? Who's my runner? I don't remember who my runner was. But anyway, special delivery. When this Pokemon is knocked out, you may move one of your Pokemon that has special delivery and has been excluded from the duel to the bench. This Pokemon is excluded from the duel without moving to the PC. Do we even need to talk about the aliens? Takeaway, that's all it had going for it. Takeaway and Teleport and Psychic Z move. That's all I'm going to rate it off of, okay? Psychic, Takeaway, Teleport. Because of that. Yo, what up, Steven? Yeah, where you been, bro? Where you been? It was clear niche, and it does work in the niche. Takeaway is nice and was part of the most OP deck in the game. Definitely. It's hard to rate. See. Schoolwork. That's fair, dude. That's fair. I really want to rate this higher than a C. I want to go B with this thing. Like, the takeaway is huge. Well, I mean, it's not huge, but if you have takeaway, you have Lele. It's 3-star. Teleport becomes 4-star. Psychic typing is good. The damage is good for Z move. But I guess the downfall is the ability, the special delivery ability. I still want to give it a B because of the like it was so crippling if they took away a few of your opponents or a few of your opponent's Pokemon. All right, so we'll go with majority. We'll go with majority. Get that schoolwork done, Steven. I need somebody on the panel. Nobody wants to be on the panel. Okay, now Elgium. Do we go, is it better than Behem because the takeaway is bigger, or is it the same? You can come now. Join in, bro. It's open. Yeah, I want to put, so if we're going to put Behem in C, then let's put Elgium in B. You still think it's C? Damn. Elgium C, Behem D? There's no way. Well, actually, I never used Behem. Ever. I didn't even evolve it. Whenever I had the ability to evolve, I kept the Elgium because the takeaway is much bigger. So I never even used Behem. So that's why I think, yeah, it's definitely better than Behem. But if you guys put Behem in C, I think Elgium deserves B. But we'll go with majority. If you guys think it's C, then we'll go C. I mean, this isn't the first time we've had figures that were like, yeah, this one's better, but they're still in the same tier. So, all right.
Hello?
Welcome, sir. Schoolwork's all done?
Hey. For now. I'll do some more later.
Dude, do you play any like FPSs, like Counter-Strike or...
That's not really my thing.
There's this new game that came out. It's called Valorant, and it's like it's like in beta right now. But the only way you can get it, they're like dropping it in Twitch streams. Like it's made by Riot, but like you have to watch a Twitch stream, and then like the game will drop. And people like right now, Tim the Tatman has 106,000 people watching, trying to get it to drop. And I want to play it. But all right, let's see. We just did LGM. Zora. We know what this thing can do. Has the illusion ability. Punishment, which did plus 50 damage. If that opponent is under the effect, that increases. So this countered Coco, and then the Sucker Punch. Outclassed by Zoro until Zoro was nerfed. But still was enough usage. Zora, Coco kind of died down. This thing, I liked Illusion, but the switch didn't really do anything for it. I guess unless to save your runner, but the runner was usually better.
Yeah, I think Zorua doesn't do enough when it switches in because yes, you can save that figure, but then you're likely gonna lose Zorua anyway.
Exactly.
So,
I think D for me on this one.
Probably.
D. Let's.
I ran Zorua after Zoro got nerfed because I think I sent you a clip of a dual ID of Zorua plus one of the genies like Landorus and Tornadus. I'll cover that when we get to that though.
I vaguely remember that, but yeah, all right. It's an E. It's an E, dude. It's an E from Tarvold. What does it win against? Nothing really, like Coco for punishment, but yeah, I could see E. But no, you're right. There is purple heavy. Yeah, it does have, yeah, the large Sucker Punch. I think that's the only. I think just having the ability to switch and the purple, I mean the gold. That's what I want. That's what I guess you're right. It doesn't have any survivability. Let's move on. Scrafty. Now, when Scrafty came out, I thought it was very interesting. I thought it was pretty cool because of Fake Out and the Dragon Dance. And the Rubber Repulsion. If the battle opponent of this Pokemon spends an attack of 130 or more damage, this Pokemon is not knocked out. I knew it, I used it, and then I got trolled by it. Instead of while the battle opponent is on the field, that Pokemon deals negative 10 damage. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot this does that. So, because of Fake Out, because of Dragon Dance, because of the ability, so if it's 130 or more, it still survives. Possibly B? I think B tier? No lower than B, I don't think. Thoughts?
Yeah, and Fake Out plus being a fighting type is a pretty decent combination as well.
Ooh, true.
Yeah, because I mean, the thing is like, because it ignores 130 or more, like having to rely on Dragon Dance into High Jump Kick for damage, like that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might say B.
B. All right. B Tay. Tarvel says B. Borderline C.
Yeah, not being optional hurts. If it was more like Virizion, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's between B or C.
All right. I think we'll stay with B. Miyu Date. Tarvel says C plus. Let's move on to Rotom. All right. So Rotom is going to be very interesting to. How are we going to rank this? Because when you do Rotom, you have to think of its ability to change it to multiple Rotoms. And because it's changing into multiple Rotoms, you have to factor in the plate that it's using and the other Rotom's abilities. And just this Rotom being 3 MP has mobility, can move through figures, and it has survivability. It has T-Wave, and it has the Sphere Trick. I think I kind of want to go with everything considered. Damn. I'm between maybe B on this. With everything considered, I kind of want to go A as well because of how versatile it could be. With all the benefits, I think I'm leaning more towards A, but I don't know. Need some help here. What do you think?
I think I'm inclined to say B.
B. Okay. B from Date. A minus from Tarvald. A minus from Hyphenated. A from Luigi. All right. Looks like we're going to go A with Rotom.
To me, it's like pretty similar to its wheel, and its ability is essentially Shuppet. Shuppet is like C, but because Rotom can also have the forms and the plates, that's why I'm putting it B.
Fair. That makes perfect sense. But I think the ability to change into the Rotoms, easily goes into a B. But then like with the plates and like what you run with it, could be so game changing. Like not game changing, but like winnable. I don't know. Valid point, but I think we're just gonna go with the majority on this one. Good decks. More survivable. Yep. All right. What number are we on? 63. All right, Mandibuzz. Did I ever use this? I don't think I ever did. Bone Bearer. This Pokemon can MP move over opposing non-flying type Pokemon on the field. If this Pokemon moves its battle opponent. Wait, if this Pokemon moves its battle opponent by the effect of an attack. Oh, because Whirlwind. An attack, you may attach a weak armor marker to this Pokemon. The Pokemon with that marker has negative 1 MP and is not knocked out in battle. The marker and any special condition on the Pokemon are removed. Okay, so basically if it hits Whirlwind, it's now negative MP, but it can't be KO'd until the marker is gone. So it can move through figures, unless they're flying type. It can survive if it lands Whirlwind, like the following turn. And Fear Attack or Feint Attack does 110. Roost gives you weight. I never use this, and I kind of wish I tried.
Yeah, I think it's mainly like a rare haul kind of figure. Yeah, it's all right.
It's not terrible.
It benefits from the evolution for sure. And that's not too hard to do because of molting energy, since it is flying at least.
Fair. Yeah, and a 2-star whirlwind. Yeah, I've never even thought about that. So, I guess because of mobility and because of what whirlwind does, and yeah, because if it is evolved,
I'm inclined to say like a C on this.
let's
Like
see.
the weak armor marker.
Yeah, it does hinder it a little bit.
Not being able to be knocked out is good, but at the cost of 1 MP, like that's yeah, I would still rather have 2 MP and move through stuff. So like sometimes getting whirlwind is not what you want because of that.
So, like, when would you use this thing then? Because without the ability, without the -1 MP, I would easily say, yeah, B, definitely.
It
But,
is optional. Yeah.
oh, it is?
Yeah. It says you may attach.
Oh, then I think, for me, I would say B then. Just because of mobility and the displacement of whirlwind. Yeah, I wish I actually tested this more. But I think I'm gonna say B. You said C. Date says C. Hyphen says B. Tarvold, what did you say? B. B. Move through. Okay. I think we'll go B on this one. Steven, I think we only have one Pokemon this episode that's in E tier. I think there's either like one or two. All right, next we got Electric. Yeah. Electric. The Electro Swap. At the start of your turn, instead of an MP move, this Pokemon may switch places with an adjacent Electric Pokemon or paralyzed Pokemon. So kind of like the Electros. Suction Cups. What does that even do? If this Pokemon is knocked out, the battle opponent becomes paralyzed. Okay. And then Volt Switch. Switches with the bench or PC. I don't. C at face value. Possibly D. Yeah, what does it do? It can paralyze you. And then if you use it again, it can switch spots instead of an MP move. It's 2
Maybe
MP,
like
so it's not terrible. But yeah, I don't know. I'm between D and C.
Yeah, maybe a D.
D.
I mean, the ability to switch with paralyzed is pretty nice because, like, maybe you can run this with like Mega Manetric or something, but then like you have to push Electric up to the board to like switch it with the goal or something. So I think that ability is useful, but on a figure like Electric that doesn't have a great wheel, it's maybe less useful. I mean, maybe because like there are other electric types with Volt Switch, like maybe regular Manetric can switch and then you cheese with the Electric, but yeah, I don't know.
It's just hard to do because Volt Switch. I get what they're saying, like it's good, or it's a nice niche, but it's a 1 star. Like how often is it gonna win?
Yeah.
I like D. Hyphenated Tarvold say C. Date, you are the swing boat. Oh, Luigi says C. All right. Majority says C. And Date says C. Sigalith, man. I wanted to make this thing work. It just never did. Zero Miss, level 5, Psychic Z move. Sentry, this Pokemon can MP move over non-flying type Pokemon on the field. When this Pokemon surrounds an opposing Pokemon, if there are 3 or more opposing Pokemon on the field or bench with the same name as the surrounded Pokemon is excluded from the duel. I kind of think it should have been 2, but then that might have been... No, I think it should have been 2, because then it would have just been 1 exclusion. Right? Oh, well, actually, it's 2 or more.
Yeah, you potentially could have gotten it twice then if they had
That's
3
true.
of the same.
Yeah. Never mind. That's true. I don't know. I still feel like it should have been 2 over 3. Because, I mean, at the time when this was released, how many people ran, like, triple of the same Pokemon? Because I think, like, this was after they Bayonet meta.
Yeah, Sigalith, I think, at least from what I can think of, really you would use Sigalith against like Victini, because I think that's like the main thing that would have 3 of something.
True.
But it has a decent wheel, Psychic Z move, moves through figures. Tailwind
yeah.
can actually be really good.
Niche.
I think this is like
has survivability.
B or at least high C.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Yeah. So Whirlwind benches you. Tailwind, yeah, does give the plus MP. Z move hits for 200. Survivability. Yeah, I'm good with that. C to B. Looks like most people are saying C. Kind of hyphenated because of how like dominant they were. Like I felt like this would have been a fair way to deal with them. I mean, obviously you would have to play in a position to not be surrounded by it, but I don't know. Maybe 2's too much, but I don't know. It just like 3 was never usable. You never did anything with, because not many people were running 3. So, but I can see your argument. We'll put this in C. Cacturn. This one was kind of interesting. Sneaky steps. That's why if there are no opposing Pokemon within 2 steps of this Pokemon has 3 MP while on the field. But at base value, it's 1 MP. Bullet Seed to Spinner. Could Grass Sphere. Could X Speed. But I mean, I don't think that's enough to push it to like I think the best it could be is a C, but I don't think it's enough to push it to a C. Like I think D for this. Yeah, looks like chat says D. D. Okay.
Yeah, this is like something that maybe like it benefits from like figures that can move other figures around on the board. Like, what's an example? I don't know. There's like some figures that can move an opponent's figure like a space away or something with one of their moves. And then maybe you can cheese with Cacturn like that, like you move it out of the way. But that's all it does.
I see what you're saying. Next up, we have Tangrowth. I don't even remember what this thing can even do. In Tango, if there are no Pokemon next to this Pokemon, instead of an MP move, you can force an opposing Pokemon that is 2 steps away from this Pokemon to spin. If they do, this Pokemon gains weight 3.
Yeah, like
if they spin a wide attack, the opposing Pokemon becomes 1 step closer, gains weight. Energy Ball. What is Energy Ball? Oh, yeah, the blue attacks became a miss if it wasn't dodge. Power Whip, gain weight, and then Sleep Powder. So, obviously, the Tangela was better with Tarvold's. What was that deck? The no-kill deck, Tarvold? Is that what it was? Survivability against a Z move. I don't know.
Its ability is like really. I like it, but I hate that it gives you weight 3.
Yeah.
Like that's so hard. And I mean maybe you can run it with like Tapu Bulu to get rid of that or something, but even then I don't think it's really that worth it.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with D.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, let's throw this in the D. Fan Rotom. The only time we ran Fan Rotom was with the Noivern cheese. So the Hill Head, if this Pokemon is not affected by... Wait, actually, where are the other Rotoms? We put them... Where did we put them? Did we put them in C? Or D?
I think Fan Rotom is probably the worst out of them.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd probably go D with this one then. I mean, what did it have for other than the attack where, like, if it's not affected by special condition attack damage, increasing effects on flying battle opponents that are nullified? But yeah, I think D is fitting for it. Fan Rotom. Lycanroc. I wanted the midnight form to be so good, but we were talking about the midday form. So, loyalty. At the start of your turn, if this Pokemon is on the field, it may move to the bench. Wait, it may move to the bench? You can use this. Oh, so it's like a scoop up. If this Pokemon has evolved, it's plus 1 MP. So kind of like the speed booster. So the only thing good about this thing is what? The roar to knock it back. I guess its ability to do a scoop up, but it doesn't really do anything. And you have to evolve it.
Yeah, if it is 3 MP, like it's pretty decent. But the thing is with Rockruff, all it has is the Rock Z move. So it can't even evolve off of that. So
Yeah.
It has to be like using Serena or Bonsweet's move or like the Oricorio.
Yeah.
So this is like, yeah, chat's saying C minus.
C.
I agree with that.
I kind of want to go D, but all right, C. We'll go with that then. I mean, the built-in scoop up is nice, but what's it gonna do when it scoops up? Like, what is it gonna do to you?
Yeah.
Lycanroc, midday. Here we go. Midnight. I wanted this thing to be good. Like, I just want it. I love stealth hit. I love counter. Immediately when I got this thing, I leveled it to 10 and put everything into counter. You could either go counter, or stealth hit. Stone Edge, I believe, was the downfall. Roar, Roar is Roar. It just, it moves them back one step. But I hated the ability antagonism. This Pokemon spins.
So stupid.
Yeah, to make you spin. And if you roll a miss, then nothing happens. Or wait.
Yeah.
Miss, your turn ends. Okay, yeah. And then a +1 if Rockruff evolve, but it's just not. It just didn't happen. I think it's better though than midday because of the stealth hit. It adds mobility to it, and counter. Obviously, if it has an attack value of 1 or more, the opponent gets knocked out. And I'm not really a fan of multi-purpose wills. I like wills that have like one to two main functionality, but this one has like a lot. But I don't know why or what it is about this figure that I like so much, but I still think it's better than the midday. I want to put it in C. Wait, is Lycanroc in C? What's in B? Do I want to put it with B? I mean, no. If Drifblim's in B, no, yeah. I'll go with C then. I'll go with C. You think it's worse than? Huh? Okay.
I wonder if the devs thought that, this is so strong if it becomes 3 MP because it's 3 MP with stealth hit, and it's like, yeah, maybe, but you have to evolve it, so that's awful.
Yeah.
And yeah, that ability, most of the time you're fine, but it's just why have that? It's so ridiculous.
Yeah. That actually does hinder it.
Yeah, I'm inclined to say D. I mean, stealth hit and roar and counter are all good moves, but like you said, they're small because there's so many different things on its wheel.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I can see that. And you have to counter. You have to acknowledge the fact that before you use it, you have to spin, and if you roll a miss, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Oh, that pains me, but yeah.
That just hurts it so much.
I could see D then. All right. Why?
It's sad.
All right.
We have Glalie.
Ooh, dude, we did.
Did you already covered Mega?
Yeah, dude.
Didn't you?
Mega, I think we did A, close to S.
Yeah.
Mega, yeah, A.
I remember seeing for the first time.
The triple?
Yeah.
That deck was
it was
scary.
a player called Weakling.
Weakling, yep, that was him.
He
Yep.
always showed up in the replays, and I just loved watching him because seeing that triple Glalie was just it's crazy.
Yeah. All right, so we have Glalie, Inner Focus. This Pokemon cannot gain weight while it is on the field. It does have the Diamond Dust, which freezes Ice Shard. If they spin a blue or anything other than a blue, the Sphere Plates are nullified, and then Freeze Dry plus 50 if they are water. And if they spin a blue attack, they become frozen. Hmm. I don't necessarily know how I feel about this one. Mega is so good. So that's like that's really where I'm going to factor in most of my rating here. I mean, what can this thing do? It can diamond dust you, can freeze you. Freeze dry and ice shard just aren't really I really don't know. I want to say like I mean the typing though, the typing's good and the ability to be a mega. Actually, I kind of want to go B tier just for the sake of ice type, ice dex, and the ability to mega evolve.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay, let's see. Chat B. Yep. Lately. Frostlass. Oh man, I loved Frostlass when it first came out. Because of the carry home, the ability was so good. This Pokemon can MP move through other Pokemon on the field. If it MP moves through opposing Pokemon that are frozen, moves to your PC. A little better than the Mighty Sphere. Well, kind of like probably on par. But Destiny Bond though, which is like the suicide of it, and then Ice or Blizzard freezes it, and Diamond Dust freezes it as well. I remember when this thing first came out, I immediately got 2 of them, leveled them up to 10, put everything into Diamond Dust, I believe. But same thing. I think, well, I think it's better than Glalie, but I don't.
Yeah, it's
not.
way better.
I don't know if I want to put it in A tier though. I mean, well, the mobility is good. The typing's good. You can easily freeze here, or you can take them out with Destiny Bond and like go for suicide. So maybe it is A. I don't know. I need more convincing. Well, actually, and then Carry Home is really good too. So I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think. I mean, really, what's coming up in my head is like, how do you fight a purple heavy deck with like Frostlass?
It's true. You don't.
I think that's sort of what holds it back is trying to run Frostlass against like a bunch of Dawn Wings or a Lele or something is like it's hard to do what it wants to do at that point. So a lot of chat saying B. I think I'll go with that too.
Yeah, I'll go with that. And I love the design. I think Frostlass design is so cool.
Yeah.
Frost Rotom. I mean, what does this thing do? It allows you to move through Ice type, right? Or no. You're negative 1 MP.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, you're negative 1 MP. You can freeze them, and the typing is good. So I think that alone, just the typing alone and the ability puts it in C, but nothing above that. Yo, what up, Kenny? Like, it's better than Fan. It's better than... I think it's better than most. Like, I think Heat is pretty decent. Heat Rotom. And Wash. I think Heat, Wash, and Frost are all in the same. But I think Fan...
Yeah, I feel like
Mo.
Wash is the best in my opinion, and then I would put Heat, Frost, and then Fan. I like Frost Rotom, but I don't know that its ability does enough because most of the time your figures are in front of your opponent's figure, and so like having, I guess reducing their MP means that like a Dawn Wings can't move over you or something, but
Yeah.
I don't know that its ability does enough to boost it up to a C for me. I do like that it is Ice type and it has Blizzard though.
That's...
But I think I'm still putting it D.
Yeah, the only reason why I want to put it in C is because of the typing and because what you would use in a deck. But then again, it just gets outclassed by other iced figures, so you wouldn't use it in an ice deck. So yeah, you know what? I think D's fine. Oh, this wasn't even on. Oops.
Yeah, I feel like the thing with the Rotoms is once the 7 turns are up for your opponent's figures, being ice or water or fire or whatever, it's like how impactful is it at that point? Because with the Wash Rotom, at least if you're running it in a water deck, its ability is still active for you. Like your water types can still move over your own.
Mm-hmm.
But like Frost Rotom, once its time ends, your opponent's most likely not going to have any ice types. So then at that point, its ability just becomes worthless.
That's true actually. All right, let's move on to Excadrill. Excadrill Tunnel. Oh yeah, Tunnel Construction A. When this Pokemon moves, oh yeah, so from the bench, it can move one step away. So kind of like the diving entry, like Empoleon. Drill Run was kind of cheesy because it replaces the point you were at, and then Dig. Ground typing, got to factor that in. So,
Yeah, I feel like Ground Steel is like
oh yeah, and Steel.
pretty much the best combo for Z moves.
Yeah, you're right, and I think just because of that, it's no lower than a B tier.
Yeah, good ability. Drill Run can be good. It's a little low damage for what you want, but like it can get you a win or push you up the board a little more. Dig is potentially kind of cheesy as well.
True.
Yeah, it has a lot of benefits for sure.
Okay, so with all things considered, saying a B is a minimum, is the ability enough to move it to an A and Drill Run? What do I have in A tier? I don't think I like it in A tier.
Yeah, I don't know that I would either, especially because we have maybe something like Rayquaza as an A. I don't think Excadrill is enough to push up into the same tier as Rayquaza.
Yeah. And we also have a watch how salty Tarvel's gonna get. We have Mega Absol in A tier.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So I can understand that.
So yeah, I'm gonna go B tier. It looks like the majority is saying B as well. So we're gonna go B.
Yeah, I think it does have a hard time against some figures as well, which is why it sometimes relies on Z moves.
Alolan Sandslash. I like this figure. I liked it a lot.
I might agree with you, Tarvel.
Well, you think it should be A or S?
I don't know. I'd have to look at it and read it again. If it's 3MP, probably it would be an S.
It is 3MP. It just, I don't know. It just wasn't meta defining. But then, so the argument there was, I was like, okay, just because it wasn't necessarily meta defining doesn't necessarily mean it wasn't meta defining, because it could have been just an underrated figure that not many people comprehended like what it actually could do. Like I think Tapu Lele should be S tier, but we put that in A tier. But anyway,
well, I mean, like, because we have Mega Gengar in S, and Gengar itself is like B. So I think.
Oh yeah.
I guess it is kind of hard because it's like, was that because Absol was bringing it down? Because the Mega is really good, but the base is also good, but not like as good as the Mega for sure.
We were just talking about like meta defining. Like, I mean, it created a shock. Like, oh, dude, you can't use plates. But then I think we did Mega Bayonet after that, and I wanted to put Mega Bayonet in S tier. Or did I put in S tier? Let me see. No, I put in A tier. Mega Bayonet, yeah, put both of them in A tier. But I was like, Mega Bayonet is better at face value, because Tarvel's main thing was that Mega Absol was so good with plates, and I agree with him. But like, if you had Mega Bayonet versus Mega Absol, I believe Mega Absol or Mega Bayonet is better because it can move through figures, because it can curse and eliminate. Whereas Absol, yeah, it did have a big gold with the sword stance, and it did have the ice beam, but Bayonets, if you recycle the Bayonets, they're going to out damage you. You do have the curse, so, and because it can move through figures. That's why I think Bayonet's better, but I still put them both in A tier. All right, so Alolan Sandslash, Ice type, Ice and Steel, very good typing. Probably the second best dual typing, next to Ground and Steel. And then it has the Snow Cloak ability, which like the Garchomp, you can't attack into it. It is a spinner, but we know how spinners are. Pretty inconsistent. I just think because of its ability and its typing, I think I want to go B with this. No lower than B. I mean, it is Z-move fodder. The thing would be so much better if it didn't have Earthquake and it had, like, Ice Punch or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, Z move fodder. I still like B for this though.
I like B. I mean, especially because of its ability. Like, if you Z move into it, you have to be in a position where it can't just move under you and dodge it.
Yeah, you gotta trap it.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's okay as B.
All right. B it is. Oh, we're almost there. Home stretch, boys. Ah, Growlithe. Growlithe, bite down. The battle opponent of this Pokemon cannot move by effects other than the attack. Wait, what? The battle opponent of this Pokemon cannot move by effects other than attacks of this Pokemon. Oh, okay.
So you can't like teleport or switch or something with it.
Yeah. Okay, so all it can do is burn. 3 MP mobility. It's an E, dude.
Yep, I think so.
E, and let's move on. Kenny, I wish you were in here earlier when we were talking about Arcanine and Houndooms and Houndour. I know you like this line. Heat Rotom. The only thing good about the Heat Rotom is it turns everything into fire typing and you're negative 30 damage. So, I mean, he can out damage because, I mean, 140 is pretty beastly. But then the Overheat turns into a miss upon the next turn. Where are we going with this? D? E? No, not E. Where did we put
This is probably D.
D? Yeah.
I did see some people would use Heat Rotom with Ho-Oh because you would use the plate and make everything fire. So like even if you had figures banished that were fire type,
yeah.
the Ho-Oh could still bring them back. So like maybe you would run like Gardevoir or something. It was just like an extra way outside of Mega Altaria to get back banished figures.
Yeah, this would actually probably be a staple if you were like a devoted fire deck user. And as the game progressed and we got to these like, you know, crack decks or elimination decks, like you would probably want to put this in your deck for that sole purpose. So
well, that's true, Tarbold. I don't know.
What do you say?
Having Revert is actually really nice because then you can survive and then change back to a 3 MP Rotom and potentially surround or win the game or something like that. And all the Rotoms have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think D is fine for this.
Yeah, Kenny, I don't know about A and its prime. I think the only time you even saw Heat Rotom was in the gym, no? Like I would never use this thing outside of the gym. Like this was definitely a staple in the fire gyms, like 100%. But I don't know outside of the gym. Like when would you ever like if you had your Kenny, your fire deck, right? What did you have? 2 Houndooms, Ho-Oh, Arcanine, probably double Arcanine. And then what was Rotom your 6th?
Yeah, I think stuff like Heat Rotom did well against like grass decks when they were first really big, when Lurantis first came out, because then being able to out damage and burn stuff was really good against them. But past that, it's much less useful.
All right, let's move on. Swablues. Oh my god. All right, Swablues. When they came on the scene, it was like, dude, it was so frustrating. I would get so angry just seeing my attack value just continually drop. But all right, let's talk about Swablu. Mobility is pretty good. Uncommon, so easy to level up, easy to get to chain 10, level 10. The ability when this Pokemon is on the field, opposing Pokemon deal negative 10 damage for your normal and flying type, so it's like basically negative 20. Cotton Guard protects you, and then Round. We know what Round does, so. I don't want to put it in E because of what it did when it came on the scene. Actually, you know what? I might even put this in C. It had a niche, a pretty good niche. I'm between D and C for me on this one. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's a bit closer to D.
D. Okay. D. Yeah, looks like Chad is agreeing too.
I think you kind of need all three on the field for it to be decent. And even then, like I guess running it with like it was most strong in the uncommon halls or the rare halls because then a
True.
lot of the power was a lot lower and things like that. Because a lot of really strong figures didn't really care about damage, and it was only for normal and flying types. So I think it was sort of limited in what it benefited.
Fair. Yo, what up, Stardust? What up on your Hanel Pagut 35? I'm sorry. What's up? Morlo. Oh my god, I loved Morlo. I love Morlo. I actually used Morlo a little bit against rush decks when they, take the entry points. I would spore so I can come on the bench. 2 MP, grass sphere, survivable. Great fairy Z move for displacement. My bias wants to put it in C. So, and I'm basing it off of just I like it. I like its design. I like Spore. I like the fairy typing, and I like how easy it was to get the Spore to level 10. So that's my only thing. And like I said, it is my bias puts it in C. But it looks like chat saying D. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, sleep is like it's the second best status because like freeze is the best, and then sleep I think. And Thunderwave being able to paralyze is good. Yeah, it's like a really annoying figure for sure. I was kind of inclined to say C as well, but I agree with D. I think.
Yeah, it's like you cannot safely. It was kind of like a wall. Like you can't safely attack into this thing
Yeah,
unless
had
you're
to
Z
wait.
moving. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to wait to Z move it.
But yeah, I like C. It looks like most people are saying D, so we'll go with
I
that.
mean, yeah, because it also has grass sphere, so it's like you kind of have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's actually that's the thing. You had to use your white Z move to attack into it, but then you could get T waved.
Yeah, I mean, Tectonic Rage is probably the best thing for it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, hyphenated. I agree with that too.
I mean, I kind of want to say C.
Well, me and you are C, but Tarvel, Date. Well, hyphenated didn't really hyphenated. You're the swing vote. Well, Kenny said C. So we got 3 C's. So actually, we and hyphenated evened it up. Okay. Yeah. That's. I mean, I like a D and C, but I mean, we'll keep it a D for you guys.
D, I guess.
Yeah. Skrelp. Had a decent. Wait. The Poisonous Evolutions Pokemon makes its. Wait. If this Pokemon makes its battle opponent poison or noxious, it may. Why did I think this thing could come off the bench one step away from your entry point?
That's Litwick does that.
Oh yeah. It's Litwick.
Kind of similar.
It's Litwick. I don't know. I mean, we obviously know 1MP hinders everything. It makes you want to put it in E. But when you run this with Tapu Fini, that's what it is. When you run this with Tapu Fini, you can come off one step away from the entry point. So it was really good to block things, and it has a 3-star poisonous shower, which makes the battle opponent become noxious, and then you get to evolve. So because of that, I think I want to put it in D.
Is Poison Shower what Mega Beedrill has?
No.
Oh yeah, it has Poison Shock. Yeah, Poison Shower is decent. Oh yeah, I think Toxapex has that. Am I wrong?
No, Toxapex doesn't have it. It has the Bane bunker, Baneful Bat, something bunker.
I don't know, but yeah, Poison Shower is a decent move. Being 1MP. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's closer to E, in my opinion.
Okay, that's fair. Chat saying that as well.
And like evolution, evolution for it helps, but Dragalge isn't very good either.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Toxapex does have Poison Shower as well.
Oh, it does?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking of the ability. What am I talking about? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Baneful Bunker is the blue, and then the purple is Poison Shower.
Okay. Crowgunk. Crowgunk? Is that how you say that? Dry skin, same ability as the Toxicroak. Does have the belch, 2 MP. If it's fairy, is moved to the bench. Poison jab, it just poisons it. I mean, it's an E, dude.
Yeah, I think this is probably E as well.
Kenny, you missed it when we did the Toxicroak. Thought of you. I was like, damn, where's Kenny at?
Yeah, it's too bad. It's cool. It's a cool Pokemon, but the figure is not very good.
Yeah. Stuffle. Ooh, I loved Stuffle. I love Stuffle because how cheap it was. To get to level 5, it was kind of annoying to chain to 10. Or I mean, to get to level 10, but to chain to 10 was kind of annoying because it was uncommon. So that's the 3 cubed.
Oh yeah,
right.
This is what some people would run with Swablu.
Swablu's. I ran it with Swablu's for a little bit. So the ability's good. It halves the damage, and then Flail. It flails at 70. You chain this to 80, dude. This thing hits for 160, and then the Wave Arm it benches. It benches. So I like this a lot. Wait, Tarvo, what are you talking about?
I think he was gonna say Crowgunk is D.
Stuffle's an E. Get out of here, dude. Wait, where did we put Beware? I think we put Beware as a D. No, I think I put him in C, actually. We did put Beware in C. There's no way, dude. I don't know. You run this thing with Swablu's. I mean, granted, status destroys it. Both are fine. Chaz is D. What do you think, Steven?
Yeah, I guess I can agree with that as well.
Yeah, I don't think it's an E. Yeah, we'll go D. All right. Scraggy. Has the same rubber repulsion, just like the Scrafty, but it only has headbutt and Leer. Leer spin adjacent opposing Pokemon. Any attack spun become misses for the next turn. I don't think I ever used Leer or this. Is there any other Pokemon that have Leer or figures?
I don't remember.
I guess because of its ability. It's not. I don't know. The misses are huge though. Misses are huge. Like, what does Leer do? It's a 2-star, and the next turn it becomes a miss. So I mean, it could, if this thing gets attacked into, and whatever attacks it lands a, I don't know, a white or a 1-star purple, and then you attack the following turn, could potentially KO it, get an evolution. I don't know though.
Yeah, I think this might be D.
D? Okay. D. Crowgunk is a D? Is that what you're saying?
Is that just because of Belch? I mean, I guess it ignores knockout from pure water types, maybe like a Primal Kyogre or something, but... I mean, yeah, maybe Crowgunk is D. I don't know. D or E.
Yeah, actually, yeah. This thing is just like survivability, but it doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't do anything. It's just a wasted place in your deck. I guess just because of survivability, I guess that's enough to push it from an E to a D. So, yeah, I think we'll go D on this one. Scraggy. Next up, The Drifloon. Drifloon, easy to get takeaway to 10. That's the only thing. I mean, and mobility. So, like, because of what it did, this is my scenario. Because of the shock value takeaway gave us, like the ability to bring your opponent's figures to your PC, takeaway, easy to get the evolution, and then get a 3-star takeaway with the Drift Blim and mobility. If I didn't talk about mobility and Tailwind, even Tailwind, I think C minimum for ability and to have advantageous on the board, to be advantageous on the board. I think C on this one.
Yeah, I like C. Chat saying C too.
C works.
I hated Driftblim though.
Okay,
It's
I
so
know.
annoying to
Me
see that
too.
on any deck.
Yep. She's like, ugh. Oh, the Volibee. Okay, so is this Bone Diaper? When this Pokemon moves from the bench to the field, attach when it moves from the bench to the field. Okay, attach a weak armor to it. Okay. And we know what that does. Makes you negative 1 MP. Can't be knocked out. Can't have curse or markers on it or status. At the start of your turn, instead of an MP move, you may choose one of your Pokemon that has weak armor on it. If you do, remove the marker from that Pokemon and attach it to this Pokemon. That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
Pluck switches one of your opponent's plates from unused. Switches one of your opponent's plates from unused to use. When this Pokemon or a Pokemon that evolved from this Pokemon leaves the field, return. Oh, okay. There is a little niche, but this one doesn't move through, right? I don't think it moves through. No, not like the Mandibuzz does. So, Goes in the Ganondorf 2 MP. C for Tarvold on this one.
I have to head out now though, Rico.
All right, man. Thanks for stopping by for a second.
Yeah. Look forward to seeing the rest of it on the video.
All right, sir. And then we got one more episode after that, the last 100 or so.
Yeah, hopefully I can be there for the whole thing that time.
All right, man. Take care and have a good day.
See ya.
Later. All right, guys. Let's see. Yeah, I have no experience with this. So what Tarvold says, very compelling to me. I do like the paired with Naganadel. So, yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll agree with the C. Unless anybody has anything else to argue on it, we're going to put it in C, and then we'll move on. Dynamo. Was there some cheese at the Dynamo? The Electro Swap at the start of your turn instead of an MP move. Yeah, you switch with Electric type Pokemon. What was the cheese with this? I think the battle opponent becomes paralyzed. B. C. At the start of your turn, instead of an MP move, this Pokemon may switch places with an adjacent Electric Pokemon or paralyzed Pokemon. Oh, yeah. So, okay, I see. Because you can just T-Wave it and then switch. I see. That, okay, yeah. Yeah. I agree with C. Yeah, I agree with C. I remember now. Oh, Fermantis. You guys know the video I showed you where this Zard X destroyed this thing. It was hilarious. But all right, so we have Grass Knot. Let's just think of Greenhouse. This Pokemon cannot be paralyzed. If this Pokemon is on the field and is not affected by special condition, your MP1 Grass type Pokemon on the field gain +1. I forgot about that. But Grass Knot, we all know Grass Knot, if it's 120 or more, doesn't get KO'd, has Synthesis, which gives you +20. And you can use Grass Sphere on this thing. So, C? Yeah, I think C. I don't think there's anything that makes it go to a B. Super easy to level up. So, yeah, I'll go C on this too. Next up, 13 more to go. Tangela, here we go. The unkillable deck. Now, how did this work again? Regenerator, if one of your other Pokemon is knocked out and this Pokemon is in the PC, this Pokemon moves to the bench. So you had, what was that plate that you ran with it? I forgot what the plate was, but bind, it's a spinner, and however times you hit it, that's how much weight they have, and the construct the opponent has weight. What was the plate? Tarvold. Switcheroo? Was that the plate? Yeah, I think it was a switcheroo plate. Yeah, it was switcheroo, yeah. So because of that, Grass Sphere, Bind, Weight decks, Unkillable deck with Nihilego. Yeah, the niche was like pretty... It was pretty good. And like you didn't really want to attack into this thing unless you had Lunala, which most people did have, Lunala. But then, yeah, I don't know. I see Tarvold saying B because he knows how well it could be used. But to everybody else, I think it's a C. I agree with Date on this one. But then again, how do you get rid of this thing? You can't get rid of this thing because of Grass Sphere. So actually, no, I do see it. I'm pretty sure I covered it. Oh yeah, Exclusion Dex kind of destroys it. Yeah, I think I'm inclined to go with C on this one then. And this was Pokefodder's favorite Pokemon. Pokefodder's favorite Pokemon, but he called it Tangela, right? I think he called it Tangela. Rockin' Rough. I don't even want to talk about Rockin' Rough. Has a built-in scoop up, but you can't do anything. It doesn't do anything. It's an E, dude. D. All right. Tell me. What am I missing? But what does it do? What is it going to do? You scoop this up to protect your goal. What are you going to do? You're just going to attack it and it dies. Doesn't do it. I mean, it could potentially hit a dodge. But then, I don't know. I vote E. But if the majority say D, we'll go with D. Rockruff will put you up to the D tier. Carnivine. Oh my god. So this came out like towards the end. And I tried for like 3 days. And I think I did make one video on it. But using the bug trap. Because this was like after we got like the EX Heracross and EX Pinsir. But this Pokemon may MP move over non-flying type Pokemon on the field at the start of your turn. Instead of MP moving, you may move an adjacent opposing bug type Pokemon that has 0 MP or lower, or that cannot MP move or battle to your PC. Like the way you had to do this, I think you had to use Heracross to land its blue, throw it behind you to give it negative MP marker. Dude, it just took so much. Power Whip gives away 3, and then Sleep Powder. It's just, yeah, you had to do so much. The only good thing this thing has for it is, well, I guess it has a couple things. Like Sleep Powder can sleep you, pretty good status. It's a grass typing, so Grass Sphere is good. And then the Power Whip gives you weight 3. And because of that, I think that's enough to put it in D tier. So I'm going to go with D tier on this one. Tarvel says D. Oh, yeah, dude. Kenny, the Zoro nerf was just awful. Oh, 9 more to go, boys. 9 more to go. Snow Runts, the typing's great. Mobility's great. Wheel is not. Destroyed by status. All opposing Pokemon on the field spin. They'll spin miss, become frozen, and the Ice Shard 2 steps away. If they spin blue, plates are gone. Or plates are nullified. I think this one's just, I don't know. I want to say E, but I like the typing. Because it can set up. So Well, actually, yeah, and the ice shard's good. Actually, the ice shard is good. Yeah, with so much. Yeah, D. You're right. D minimum. Or, yeah, no lower than D. Yeah, I'll go D with this. I can't believe I didn't even factor in the ice shard. The ice shard is actually the only way to counter. Well, not the only. So, like, what I did with ice decks when I went up against fire decks, and when they had flame energy or flame sphere or whatever the plate was, where they couldn't be frozen or burned or frozen. Yeah, frozen. I would rely on ice shard or Mega Sableye. That's what I relied on. But all right. Okay, this I don't even want to talk about. This Relentlith. This Pokemon was trash. It was never saw the light of day. This Pokemon cannot be excluded from the duel aside from movement to the Ultra Space Primal Strike. If the battle opponent is Mega Evolved or has evolved, change its form to the duel. Move that Pokemon to the bench, except for when the opponent is knocked out. Big Yawn. Opponent falls asleep. Aqua Tail. Yeah. Had good rock Z move options. D plus. D? Dude, I want to put this thing in an E. I guess you can attack and get rid of Mega Evolutions, but nobody ran this. Nobody ran this. I like E. I'm E on this one. But if you guys say D, I'll move it to D. All right, that's fair. The Drillbur had the tunnel B, which means instead of coming from the entry point, you can just move over the battle opponent. So at the start of your turn, instead of an MP move, you may move this Pokemon to a point 2 steps away. Your turn ends, and it has Dig. It is ground typing, so the fact that it has ground typing can basically move through figures, like an adjacent figure. Dig is Dig. All of that easily pushes it from E to D. The question is, does it go above D to a C? I don't think so. I'm good with D on this one. Damn, this episode we started off so good, with figures like all between like A and S tier, but now we're all back to the E tiers. Houndour, very a staple in fire decks just to get the burn, the Infernal Hunt. It was so good. The battle opponent and this Pokemon and the battle opponent become burned after the battle. You run the flame energy, you don't become burned, or flame sphere, I'm sorry, you don't become burned. Roar gets you the evolution, although you didn't care for it, you didn't really do it. Because of how good it was in the fire deck. Is this enough for me to push it to as B? I don't know. I think definitely C. But enough to be a B? I don't know. I need some convincing. Let me know. Exactly, Hypenian. Yep. Oh, B tier. You guys already said B tier. Okay. I like that. Anything guaranteed is good. Feebas, 5 more to go. So Feebas is Candy for Tarfold and the Force Remove. Easy evolution, really good with the Rocky Helmet, but this thing goes wherever Magikarp goes, and I believe that was D. So let's see. Yeah, that looks like it was in D tier. All right. 5 more to go. Alolan Sandslash, same ability as the Alolan Sandshrew, same ability as the Alolan Sandslash. It is a spinner. Because of the ability and the typing. Ability and typing. And I guess a spinner, I mean it's not that consistent, but ability and typing alone puts it above an E tier. No lower than a D tier. Tarvel says C minus. Yeah, I could put this in C. I mean, we have regular Sandshrew right now in C, but that was at the very beginning. That's probably subject to change. That actually might go down to D. I don't know. You can't really attack into this thing. This thing could have Air Balloon. Did I put Sandslash in B? Let's see. Yeah, we put Alolan Sandslash in B. It's a good point. It's a good point, Tarvel. It's a good point. Yeah, it's not, and that's probably why. That's probably what it is. The Z move, and because of that, yeah, I think this goes to below it. D. I want to put this thing in a C tier. All right, final rating. Let me know. I say C. Tarvald says D. Tarvald's not gonna let that go. All right, next. Guzzlord. Ooh, Guzzlord. Ooh, I loved Guzzlord. 1 MP. 1 MP we know is not good, but it's a dragon type, so Dragon Sphere helped this. This was my favorite figure with weight decks, so we know exactly what it did. Let's talk about the ability, the Gulp. If this Pokemon gains +1 MP after moving to the bench or the field until its first battle. At the start of your turn, instead of using an MP move, this Pokemon may move to a point by passing through adjacent Pokemon that have weight. If it does, those adjacent Pokemon move to Ultra Space on the field. Your turn ends. Brutal Swing pushed you away, gain weight. Ultra Belch moves one opposing in the Ultra Space to a point that you choose on the field that gains weight 3, and you can just move through them. And then Dragon Tail benches the battle opponent. C. Yeah, there's no way. B minimum. Yes. So like the Rockazee move with Aerodactyl was clutch, 9 weight, Pokemon switch, move through, send these things to the Ultra Space easily. Oh, you liked it with the Panch? Okay, I can see the Pancham. I can see that. I'm a solid B on this one. Tarva goes a C+ on this one. Hyphenated, what's your thoughts? Yeah, fair point, Date. Bete says B. B it is. Oh man, here we go. Necrozma. Okay, how are we gonna rate this figure? We know we can use Necrorizer. We know you can go into Dawn Wings. We know Dawn Wings goes into the Ultra Space after that, but we know Dawn Wings can come back if you have, say, Drampa. The Photon Geyser gets rid of an ability. Has the ability to go into Dawn Wings or Dusk Mane, which then has the ability to go into Ultra. Photon make it. I don't think it was Tarvold. Like I think you helped made it known. Like, hey, this is what we should be using. Like Tarvold had his Dawn Wings. The Photon Geyser was at level 10, not the Moongeist. It's very you're right. I guess it is underrated because not many people did it. Yeah, I think I put Necrozma because of everything. Yep, the reflect move cheese. Yeah, I think this is a solid A. Solid A tier. Just got outclassed by Donix, but yeah, solid A tier, I would say. Necrozma. I remember Kenny was so happy when he was like so excited when Necrozmas were coming out. Like he couldn't wait. Mega what? I thought we already did Mega Ray. Didn't we already do Mega Ray? Or we just did Ray, which we moved to A tier. So if Ray's A tier, then Mega Ray has to be. Dude, Mega Ray, yes. It has to be S tier. It was meta defining. Everybody used it. Hated it. Has to be A tier or S tier. Easily an S tier. Meta defining. Yep. I mean, Mega Rayquaza was kind of like DOA. Like, it just was so dominant. But then there were ways to counter it. But if you didn't have those counters, like if you didn't have Zoro, if you didn't have Mega Sableye, or I don't know, just something, like it sucked. It's still a problem, and it was still meta defining. I don't think the plate nerf was enough to move it from an S to an A. Oh, but this thing did get destroyed by Squared. I mean, if it didn't land fly, it did get destroyed by Squared. And Lele, who Tapu Lele, still should be in the S tier. See, Tarvel, you can be mad all you want about Mega Absol not being an S tier, but I'm going to continue to be mad about Tapu Lele not being an S tier, because I think it does. See, Tarvel, we're in agreement there. All right, last one, guys. Last one to end on. We have Poipole. Ooh, it's a good one to end on. Poipole just made Ultra Beast decks, cracked decks, so much more annoying. The ability is great to be able to move 3 MP, to cheese with the Ultra Portation. If people didn't catch on, you could win the game in like 3 moves. Yeah, exactly. Date, Poipole, or Naganadel, Gengar. That's what you ran, right? Seismitoad. Like, dude, your deck was scary too. Venusaur. What was really good about this, so Ultra Beast can use their 1 turn in effect the entire duel while Poipole was on the board. Oh yeah, Primal Kyogre. We actually put Primal Kyogre in the S tier. Yeah, it was in Rush. This one's survivability. I think just because of survivability, its ability, the wheel, and what it did for your deck, I don't think it belongs any lower than an. I want to say, I think it just belongs in the A tier. I think it's better than B, definitely not S. I think it's A tier. C? What checked this besides Primal Kyogre? Like, you couldn't even get to Poipole. You couldn't get to Poipole. Poipole was either defensive or on the entry point with Rush, with Cracked, with Ultra Beast. Like, those are meta decks. Those are 3 meta decks, and this was a staple. There's no way it's a C tier. There's no way. Yeah, maybe like on its own, and it can rush itself and win with the Ultra Portation. Well, actually, you're right. It wasn't. I'm sorry. Yeah, it wasn't in Ultra Beast decks. It was not. You're right. You're right. Mostly crack decks and kind of Ultra Beast decks with Selly, and then just have the unlimited flame gun. I might, you know what? Yeah, I actually might go. I don't know. No, I'm still convinced A. Rush, cracked. But then Rush decks kind of did die down. So I guess this really only fit in cracked decks. So, yeah, okay, I can see an argument for B now then. Maybe not A. You guys might be right. It's not A. Yeah, you're right, because Rush fell off. Yeah, I'm going to go B. Looks like Daytang, K-Dub say A. Tarvold and Hyphenate say C, but they could see an argument for B. All right, guys. Final ranking, I'm going to go B. What's your final ranking? Still an A from Daytay. C from Tarvold. B minus. All right, K-Dub. Final rating. All right, so we have 2 for B, 2 for A, Tarvold with C. Tarvold, you're the swing vote. You got to switch it. And because Tarvold doesn't, I don't think Tarvold's going to go A. I think we're going to go B on this one. All right, I'm putting Poipole in B tier as of right now. Remember, we have Poipole so far in the B tier. All right, guys, here we go. This is what we have so far. A lot of figures, man. We have one more episode to do. And then we're probably going to add the F tier or maybe like an S plus tier. But I like what we've gotten so far. I'm not changing Mega Absol. But yeah, that's going to cut it for me for today. The next stream, what's today? Wednesday? Might be... I don't know when. I do want to change Lele. We'll do everything at the end, Tarvold. I don't want to do anything right now. We'll do everything towards the end. But yeah, it's going to do it for me. Like I said, just pay attention on YouTube. I'll let you guys know when I'm going to stream again and we'll go over this again. But thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.